babies.
Are we?
Well, it's getting there.
Let's see if I can find you.
Get it kicking up on everything here. Oh, yep. There we go. So live on the Twitchy, live on the TikToks. What do you on Twitch?
Imagine Twitch is the only place I'd see myself anyways.
Yeah, you're right. Did we already just get a subscribe from Burner125? Well, thank you for that. All right, so just gonna. Oh, you got an ad on there? Yeah, like Chevy. It's like a Chevy ad.
Is it?
I don't know. I feel like it's always a Chevy ad. What's going on, TikTok? Welcome. We're just waiting for everybody to pop in. That's hot.
I was about to say I tried, but I was like, it's
A little too warm still.
no way. Like I got close and I was like, no,
Yeah.
no, I already burnt my tongue when I was sick.
Sinister Devotion. Hello, Heaven. Rumi. Queen Mom. Hello. Just kind of waiting for everybody to pop in here. How's everything? Can you guys hear us all right? We got Abel the Third with us today. Hello. Hello, Abel. So let's see. What do we got going on here? Hello from Houston, Texas. Hello. Hello. All right. Emily, the artist. Oh, hi. Did Matt end his stream already? Abel says hello, Emily.
Hello, Emily.
Sugar Bear. You see the comments?
Yes.
Sweet. We're on a roll. All right. Have a good stream. I will be packing shit. LOL. Oh, are you guys packing? Oh, yeah. You've been packing. When do you guys actually move? Hi from the Bronx. Hello. So what's up, Abel? How was rehearsal today?
Hey, it was you, me, Tristan.
Yeah.
Sounded pretty good.
It did. It actually sounded better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
Seeing as we haven't rehearsed in 2 months, he said?
That's what it's
Something like
allegedly, supposedly.
Allegedly, supposedly.
Whatever they said. Sounded good.
Yeah, I'm really stoked.
Might not sound as good when everybody else gets together, but...
Well, no, I mean, when you got the three of us, what more do you need?
Yeah.
Brandon, we love you. Just kidding.
We love it.
What's up, everyone? We leave next Tuesday. All right, cool. Well, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Hyde, what's going on, everyone? Everybody say hello to Abel. We are streaming on Twitch. If you guys want to come over and see Abel the Third, he is live with me on Twitch right now. It is a much better stream, I promise you. And yeah, man. So we're allowed to talk about anything we want on here except for blue Hawaiian shorts.
That's all I wanted to talk about.
I know you did. I know you came here prepared and ready to talk about the Hawaiian shorts.
I have a picture.
I actually found the shorts. I still have them.
Sick.
Yeah. These are going to be the infamous shorts that we're
talking about.
Well, we're not. That's all we're going to talk about.
Sure.
No. I have a feeling at some point or another that's going to be one of the next auction items on my TikTok.
I mean, I've been waiting for it.
I know you have been.
Like ever since
for
you started
years.
This. Yeah.
Well, that too, yeah. Was that the one where I was wearing the cowboy boots?
I mean, there was a memory. Like, hey, let's go grab some food. And you just like didn't even care. You just threw on the boots. You had your little shorts on. But you made me go to the car, open the door, so you just booked it to the car. That way nobody would see you.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would do. Yeah. I was definitely not. There was a time in my life, not so much anymore, but there was a time in my life for sure where I was just like, dude, like I can't leave my house without having some eyeliner on. I mean, Abel and I lived together for what, 4 years?
Yeah, almost 5, I think.
5 years?
Yeah,
Damn.
close to it.
Yeah. So there's definitely a lot of memories we'll probably unpack here tonight, but
I'll try to keep some of them tucked away.
Yeah. I definitely didn't want anybody seeing me wearing those shorts.
Yeah.
With the cowboy boots. I think that was the problem. I think it's because I was wearing
It was
boots.
like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
I don't think you really tried to pull it off after that.
No, absolutely not. That's not something you pull off. It's like you pull it off and leave it off, maybe. But yeah, man, that was crazy to me. Like I forgot all about that till you just said it. That I had you go out there and open the door,
My favorite memory.
so I could run out there and nobody would see me.
Just booked it.
I feel like I did that with my Batman suit once or twice too. I was not prepared to see two beautiful men at once tonight, but here we are. Well, what's up, Brittany?
Where's
Thank
the
you.
second one at?
You and Masser. You and Tato.
Oh, yeah,
Not
he's
me.
somewhere around here.
Not me.
Anime bestie. Hey, later, Ravana.
I love your teeth. Hello, darling. Hey, what's up, everybody? So, Abel, are you feeling better? Burner125 asks.
I am. I'm feeling a lot better. Like Hyde says, I'm still a little congested. Like I sound like a little congested. I just feel like I have like a little bit of a lingering cough still. It just kind of comes and goes, but yeah, for the most part, solid.
Yeah.
Why?
Abel. Haley says, Abel, hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
So this is, Haley from Brandon's.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that Haley. Not to be confused with the other Haley.
I was like, Dad. I was like, one of mine calls me Dad.
Yeah, never mind. I loaf you fool. Satanas Sum, we love you. Thank you for the raid. We appreciate having you here. Satanas with the sub. We got one sub already in today. Hell yeah. I don't know if that thing's gonna work, but we're trying. How stoked are you for the Bar Sinister show?
So,
Are you?
minus the drive.
Yeah, the drive's gonna kind of suck.
Yeah.
You remember those days where I didn't mind that drive?
It was a long time ago.
I know. Now I do. Now I don't want to drive like 10 minutes to the grocery
Yeah,
store.
burned out.
You definitely do. But I think it's gonna be a fun show.
Yeah.
Seems like there's gonna be a lot of people there too.
Mm.
So we'll see.
Gotta pray for the best.
Yeah. Pray. Wrong
No.
band. Wrong band.
Yeah, sorry. You're using that preset today, though.
I was using that preset, and I almost got in trouble for it because it didn't sound as good.
This isn't right.
This was the wrong one. I broke it. Man. Aloha from Hawaii. Hello. I'm new here. Welcome, everyone. So we are streaming live on Twitch. If you guys would like to come over and see Abel and I both on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bokuwahyde.
I am here.
So tell us a little bit about your Abel the Third and the Patreon, because you do also have a Patreon.
I do have a Patreon. I just started pretty recently. It's mainly for like my anime covers. So I just have 2 tiers right now. For $1 a month, you get like all the anime songs that I've recorded in MP3 format.
Mm-hmm.
You get support me for $1. It's pretty win. You get like 9 songs for $1. When you first start.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Do you have annual subscription options as well?
I've not set that up yet.
Okay.
But I'm gonna look into it as soon as I get back to my computer.
Cool.
And then I just have one other tier where it's like $5 a month. If you want to support me a little more, and then you get access to exclusive access to more of my original stuff as well, wave files, and then also just like little demos and stuff. I've been throwing them out for like my newer stuff that I've been working on.
Sure.
So sneak peeks and all that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you've been kind of doing the anime thing for a little bit, and then you just started recording with Nick as well.
Oh yeah, Nick Miller from Skylit Drive.
Correct.
Super cool guy, really great to work in studio with. So we get together sometimes, and I have him mix and master stuff for me, and it's a good time because he's really good at what he does.
Oh, for sure.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm really stoked. I mean, now were you much of a, just to kind of go off on a tangent here, were you much of a Skylit Drive fan?
I listened to him here and there. It wasn't like I was like a big knew like the whole catalog.
Sure.
But there was definitely some songs that I remember that I really enjoyed. And I think, everybody loved all like the pop goes punk or punk goes pop.
Oh, yeah, because they did like a Rihanna song, I think.
They actually did Separate Ways.
Oh, okay.
They did Journey for the, what was it, like pop goes, or punk goes classic rock.
Something like that, yeah. But I think they did have punk goes pop, too, and I think they did Rihanna.
Yeah, I don't think I ever caught that one.
Okay. But I do remember hearing the Journey one. That was cool. Man, this is like super nostalgic for me because I grew up listening to them. I mean, not grew up, but like 2008, 2009, and I got really into them. And when we started working with him with Lion Court, that was really cool for me. Even though I still have not been in there to.
I know. I keep trying to get you.
I know. Every time that happens, that's just like I can't for whatever reason. But I talked to Nick on multiple occasions, and I sent him some old photos from like when me and him used to take pictures at Warped Tour together and stuff like that. He's just a super cool dude.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah. So
I enjoy it, especially because he's like right there in our age group. So like when I go over and talk to him, you get a little like, oh, Nick Miller, Skylit Drive, and then after like a few minutes or something, and I'm sitting there talking about like Assassin's Creed or something.
Right, because he's kind of a nerd.
Yeah. He's like, especially doing like all the anime stuff. I told him when I brought up a lot of stuff that I was trying out. He's like, oh, this is really cool. Like he's like when we were doing like our whole image and stuff for like a Skylit Drive, we were actually influenced by like the way people looked at anime.
Right.
And he's like, and then we were writing songs about like different things like Final Fantasy and things like that. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't realize any of that either.
I couldn't tell you exactly what song it was, but he definitely like digs like Final Fantasy stuff too.
Oh, that's super cool. You keep freezing. Let me take off the Wi-Fi here. I've been having issues with my my Wi-Fi today. So what was I going to ask you? I was going to ask you, what are your like plans with Abel the Third? I mean, I know you've been kind of at this for a little while. Like, how
Mhm.
long have you been doing this now?
Um, I mean, I dropped my first like single under that name maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Right around the time, like right before we did started Line Court. Um,
So what? 2017?
I think it's like close, like 17, 18. It's about right around there.
Yeah.
And for me, like the whole thing is just it started as just my way to get my own original music out there. I've
Sure.
played the majority of my time in bands, just kind of like a hired gun. I'd join a band, learn the songs, do a guitar solo here and there, and that's about it. Like, so it was really cool for me to
Wow.
finally like,
No way.
yeah, right. Who would have thought?
No.
But it was a great gateway for me to finally like get my own stuff out there, my own lyrics, my own music, and the majority of it is like I have some new music in the works that I'm working on with Chris Clancy, who's been the singer on all my stuff, minus like the cover songs.
Sure.
And then the cover songs are just kind of like my way of having something in between. They're almost like little fillers, like when you watch like a show or something.
Yeah.
But I also just have like a big like passion for doing those type of songs and throwing my own twist on them.
But it's a cool way also to kind of break into that niche market that you have. That's a little outside of what Abel the Third is doing, because you're able to kind of break into that whole anime and like the manga and all that stuff that you do with your TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool way to kind of bridge the two, I think.
Yeah, that's been like kind of a goal too, because like even with my newer music, like I'm writing a lot of lyrics based on like more animes that I've enjoyed over the years. Like I have a song that I haven't showed you yet, but Chris just sent it back to me. I haven't showed anybody really yet. I think I showed like Brandon the other day when we were at your dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Because we did a song and I did the lyrics based on the Mugen Train movie from Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
So the song's called Heart Ablaze. So I'm really trying to incorporate a little bit more of that into my own original music too. That way, my original music's, it's, if you like As I Lay Dying, Killswitch Engage, and this and that, and you like anime, like it's a very like niche thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because, that's stuff I want to hear.
Which I don't feel like is a very common blend, really. I mean, I think the only person that I can say that I know of off the top of my head was that guy we used to watch on YouTube that did like the anime things.
Oh, is it like Jonathan Young?
No, the Shady Cicada.
Oh, okay, yeah, he does all the like the how to make like
Yeah.
songs
But
and stuff.
his stuff is like all metalcore too. But I can't think of like too many other like metalcore anime. I mean, maybe I'm just not familiar with the genre.
Yeah, I mean, there's like definitely some bands out there that have like certain influences. I feel like a lot of like deathcore bands kind of get away with it a little more. Like there's a band called Brand of Sacrifice, and like when I first came across them, I was like, oh, that's kind of rings a bell. And then after I really like looked at some of their song titles and stuff, it was all based around the anime and manga Berserk.
Oh, okay.
Because Brand of Sacrifice is what the main character has on him.
It's like a brand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Brand of Sacrifice.
Gotcha.
And, but it's a little different because they're very like deathcore is definitely a certain thing. Like I feel like my blend is a little more like my influences like old like mid 2000s metalcore like Killswitch, As They Dying, old Bullet for My Valentine, old All That Remains, and then just with like the anime or a little more like nerdy kind of lyrics blended in, but also very like open to interpretation too. I try to keep it like loose enough to where like you listen to a song, you're still like pumped on it, even not knowing what it was about.
Right. So for those who are just joining us, when they join, if they're joining your Patreon, what are they getting? I know you kind of mentioned that, but for those who are just joining, what are they getting for supporting you?
Oh, for the first tier, $1 a month, you basically get, I think it's 9 or 10 MP3 files right off the bat. They're all the cover songs I recorded up to date. And then, it's $1 a month after that, and you get any new songs that I'm putting out after that in MP3 format. $5 a month, you get all of that. You also get the songs I have in WAV file as a WAV file. That way you have the lossless versions. You also get my own 5-track EP and single along with that, and then like sneak peeks at like new music I'm working on. Little demos I'm doing as I'm putting stuff together.
For $1.
That's for the $5.
Oh, that's for the $5. I mean, still
Yeah,
for $5.
yeah.
Jeez. Okay. So yeah, if you guys are not already, please do check out Abel the Third on Patreon. Is that how they would find you, Abel the Third?
Yeah.
Okay.
Able third on pretty much everything.
Yeah, kind of the same. Create a brand, like make it easy to find, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys are not already, $5, $1, you can get in there and help this guy continue to do what he's doing. Hello, similarities.
Marky
Hey, bro.
Mark.
How's it going? Marky Mark with us? Thanks for being here, everybody. Fog and lasers. You got to have fog and lasers. If you guys have any questions for Abel that you want to ask, I know. Okay, so real quick, Abel, you've been one of the more highly requested friends of mine to be brought back on the live.
Right on.
So if you guys do have questions for Abel, either on Twitch Talk, on Twitch Talk, Twitch Talk, take a shot every time Hyde says Twitch Talk. If you guys have questions for Abel, please feel free to ask. NP Nick 85, thank you for the sub. I don't think our sub goal thing is climbing. I don't think it's working, but I'm paying attention to the subs. I appreciate the subs. Thank you guys all so much. Are your fangs the ones that just pop on and off, or are those actual teeth filed? They are caps. Let's see. Face dermal thoughts.
Oh, Emily.
I've never been against them. I think they're kind of cool. What is it?
When I was in, I think it was Matt stream, or no, it was Alita stream.
Okay.
They had said, maybe it's Maybelline, and I always like to throw in that maybe it's Abeline.
It's got to be Abel.
Now they're kind of stuck on that.
Question for Abel. What are his bicep measurements?
Small. I haven't even been working out lately. Like,
his forearm measurements, though.
that's different.
He's been at home alone for a while, so
Hawaiian the Sailor Man.
that's right. Have I ever played bass? I have, but I play guitar primarily in both of the bands. Abel, who is with me, plays guitar in Lion Court with me, and he plays bass in No Silence. Don't lie. He's got guns, man. He's got. How much can he bench?
Bench was that? Bro, I go to Planet Fitness.
I've seen him bench a
Think
whole
I'm
12.
benching.
I've seen him bench a full 12-inch sub.
That I can do. Reps. For reps.
Yep, it's how I'm going to introduce him to Aaron on the 26th. This is my anime bestie, Abeline. Ah, Cassandra, hello, Abeline.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Maybe he's born with it.
maybe you were. Sub curls. Oh, sub curls.
Sub curls. Yeah.
Sub curling.
Submarine sandwich.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's a sub curl?
That's what you were just talking about.
Yeah, that's good. That sounds good. I'm kind of hungry now.
I think Sub USA's close.
It is. I kind of got a thing for sandwiches. I eat a lot of them.
Subway.
Too much Subway.
Too much Subway.
Sub USA is way better.
I mean, I don't even know how you could
You can't
say
compare
that.
the two. Yeah, you can't compare the two. Yeah, we used to go there all the time.
Mm.
My favorite was always when we would go to the gym and then go to Del Taco, or go to the gym and then get McFlurries.
Oh yeah, the shrimp tacos, the McFlurries. We were doing a Carl's Jr. kick there for a second, just getting the milkshake.
Oh yeah, we'd go. Ashley, thank you for the gifted sub. Yeah, we'd go to the gym, work out, and then go get
Something that we shouldn't.
something that we shouldn't have. Yeah, just to destroy the whole workout.
Why not?
Fuck it, whatever. I'm a sandwich kind of guy. Are you? What's your favorite kind of sandwich? What's yours is? Oh, hold on, pastrami.
You got what?
No, I'm sorry, not
Pastrami?
pastrami. The other one, roast beef.
Dude,
Yeah, roast beef.
hot roast beef.
Hot roast beef.
on
Yes.
sourdough.
Yes. I don't know why I did this. Like it helped me, but
Yeah,
we went to get sandwiches with Mark recently.
we did. That was at Deli Delicious.
Deli Delicious,
Yeah.
which was good.
Yeah, they're solid.
We could have, next time we go, we should probably just take the bus there.
These Marky, you got some bus passes for it.
You got that Greyhound. Uh, love your hair color. Thank you so much. Love the look. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. I see you. Mark says I see you. Mark's been playing a really cool game on his Twitch lately. It looks fun, but
What is it?
7 days to die? 7 ways to die?
Okay.
Some zombie game. It's like basically zombies in what's that game where you build things?
Like Minecraft?
Yes. I almost said Fortnite, but that's not the right one.
7 days to die.
Yeah. 7 days to die. There it is. Same. I enjoy my nights with this man, whether it's here or on TikTok. Well, thank you guys. Yeah, I've been trying to do things a little different. I try to have a night where I bring somebody like Abel and do like a little kind of almost podcast-y type thing. So touching on Patreon, I'm going to have these videos downloadable for you guys if you are on my Patreon. As a matter of fact, we just added this to the $5 tier. So if you guys are on that lowest tier on my Patreon, you guys are going to be getting the full uncut live stream version interview videos on YouTube. If you're not on the Patreon, you guys get like a clipped and edited version of the video. So come on over to that Patreon if you're not already. It is February 7th, and my birthday is February 11th. So for 4 days away. So for 211, we're trying to get 211 patrons on my Patreon. So if you guys are not on Patreon, go sub.
Do it.
Hell yeah. So bring up some memories. Let's talk about
Memories.
yeah, let's talk about some good old fashioned. So my very first memory, well, not my very first memory. My very first memory of you moving in and living with me, which maybe we don't talk about this. I don't remember, but was the T-shirt I got you, because you moved in like right before Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
What shirt was that? It was a cat, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure was. I don't remember what it said, but I thought it would be the perfect gag gift.
Yeah.
So that's we don't have to get into it, but that was my very first memory of like us living together.
Like speaking of cats, Master.
What do you got there? Maybe you can bring them up onto the camera. Happy early birthday. Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
I don't think so. He knows the game.
Oh, he knows. So my cat is very anti being on the camera. It's a thing for him. He'll probably let you just pick him up. When we lived together, it was they had this very stupid bond that made me like very upset. What's up, Trisha? How's it going? Crybaby. So if you guys are on TikTok, come over and join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bokuwahyde. You guys can come watch the live stream and see us both. And there he is. And this is what you guys are going to see. You guys get to see my cat rubbing on Abel's face.
We lived together. We have many memories.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when you were brought home. Yes.
Yep. I do. I remember bringing him home, putting him in that little cage out in the backyard, thinking I was going to name him Simba.
And then remember that.
And then deciding, I'm gonna not do that. Let's go with something a little less cliche. Now he's just taking the whole camera. Look at him.
Right.
He looks so stoic.
It's the man.
How's that tea?
It's good.
Yeah.
Can't complain about it.
Let's see. Amy Sue, hello. What's up, everyone? Simba. Yes, he was originally Simba. You remember his face was all like beat up? You remember that?
Yeah, he was a poor little guy.
Yeah. So his name is Sebastian. That's legally, yeah, but legally.
On paper.
Yeah. But according to the veterinarian, yes, his name is Sebastian. But his name is Potato, as you guys all know him. Story time with Hyde. I'm sure we can get into some stories.
Yeah.
I don't know what off the top of my head, but I'm sure we can get into something. Let's see. Lion King is my favorite Disney movie. Mine too. Let's see. No, did someone hurt Tato before you got him? So I found him on the side of the road when he was just a little baby, and he was all beat up. Aw, Tato.
Tato. It's not even Tato Tuesday.
No. What even is today?
Master Monday.
Is it Monday?
It is Monday.
Oh yeah, Master Monday. Tater is the Tater the Precious. Poor baby. Yeah, I found him. It was like 4 a.m. You remember that?
Yeah. I remember I was at home, and I remember it was
Were you not with us at Josh's?
Well, I left early, remember?
Oh,
I
okay.
think I had work the next day.
Okay.
So I left early, and then you came home afterwards, talked about how you found this cat. It was screaming and crying.
Yeah.
And you had to really I think you had to pull off on the side of the road and try to find him.
Yeah, because you know where what is it? Mitchell meets Finch, I think it is, right on that corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was at, and there was just a bunch of trucks driving, mass. That's him.
That's him.
User 10638753915, whatever that says. They know. They know. I thought that was the same cat. Yes, it is. Yeah, Marky, you remember because I had him. Jeez, when did I get him? Like 2015, 14.
Yeah.
14.
It was a little after I moved in.
Yeah, which was 13.
Yeah, like end of 13, like beginning of 14.
Yeah.
Because that's when my lease was up with Luis Barrera.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Hey, what's up, Mike Campos? We know. Beautiful remains era, that's right.
I don't talk about that either.
That's so funny. It's funny because can you guys hear Abel? I don't know if that mic's too far away.
And he's gone.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out. He's gonna go beat up the other cat, I'm sure.
He looks interested in something.
Oh, I'm sure he is. He's very curious. He's a very curious cat. But aren't they all?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, welcome, Abel. Are those new tats I see on your arm? It is. I've got new ink work.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So if we get 211 patrons this month, I'm gonna let Abel tattoo me.
What?
Yeah, I just came up with that.
I don't think you want that.
I might. Happy early birthday to my favorite vampire. Thank you for all the entertainment. You are amazing. Thank you. Yes, I can hear you perfectly clear. Sweet. Well, I just wanted to make sure. We can. Okay, well, that sounds good.
Happy early birthday. Where are you?
Dude, 148. Can you believe it?
Is that what you are now? You're so young.
So young. Such a young vamp. The good old days.
What is 148 years in comparison to eternity?
Nothing. 148. I forgot to use my soundboard tonight. I'm going to use it.
Finding that thing.
You know what they say, you use it or you lose it. The soundboard.
Feel attacked.
Why do you feel attacked?
You're just like deadlocked at me.
You only turn 148 once in a lifetime. Any special plans? No. That's Friday. Today's Monday, so no. Yeah, nothing. Use me.
What?
Are you just kidding? Are you really just kidding?
Did you check your mail today?
I did check my mail today. Did you send me something in the mail today?
I didn't send you anything in the mail today.
You didn't?
No.
Did I get a new ESP guitar? I did. What's your bass that you're using?
It's a Spectre.
Spectre, that's right.
Spectre Eurobass 5-string.
Because I was thinking about that today. I was like, I think Brandon's using ESP too, right? Isn't his new guitar an ESP?
Yeah, he's got an Eclipse.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
The dishwasher story.
Yeah, go for it. Go for
I
it.
mean, it's really much of a story. I mean, we just had like a really
Terrible luck.
old
Old.
dishwasher.
Yes.
Terrible.
I was going to say terrible luck with appliances kind of in general.
Well, my brother also brought us like 5 different washing machine sets.
Yeah.
Washer and dryer.
Like 5 different washing machine sets like a month.
Yeah.
We had a washer
At
graveyard.
least twice as many couches.
Definitely.
We had a couch graveyard for a second.
Yeah.
Because my younger brother Michael, he was a mover for a long time, and he'd always get all this furniture and just bring it over because he just was like, oh, you know what Abel and Hyde need another washing machine set. It's been like a couple weeks,
Yeah.
maybe a couple more couches.
Yeah. Why was it that he always got free washers and couches though? Like
People just didn't want them.
of all things.
I don't know, man.
I know.
But the dishwasher was very old,
Very old.
and it just would back up.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we forgot to check it after a couple days, it was horrifying.
To say the least.
Really putrid. And
Oh God.
I have a picture of it. But there was definitely one time, I think it was like right when like we were just like, okay, this thing's kicking the bucket. And you were in there trying to unplug it. You had your hoodie on, like just tied up, zipped up.
So any of these photos, if you want to send them to my Facebook Messenger, I can pull them up on the stream.
Let me dig that up. But yeah, he was doing work. He was definitely trying to fix the problem.
Share the pic. See, everybody's like, share the pic.
Hold on.
Man, you guys are going to start seeing. So this is the stream. So if you guys are on Twitch, this is the stream where you guys are going to start seeing like all the stuff that you shouldn't see for sure. All the things I don't want you guys to see, this is what you're gonna see.
You look like my hero right here. Like you were just trying so hard to save the day. There was no saving it though.
There was no saving it. Hold on. Can I zoom in on this? All right, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this up on Twitch real quick. Is it this? Let's see. They're like, show me. There it is.
There he is.
There he is. That's me saving the day.
He's just trying not to breathe.
Trying not to breathe.
I was cracking up. Like he was over there gagging. Just like he was not a happy camper.
No.
That washing machine was definitely not a happy camper.
No. Damn, dude, that brings back memories. We had to stuff the towels down there because it leaked all the time. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the whole kitchen would be flooded. Crazy. Yep, and I was wearing blue jeans. What the hell?
Weird.
I know.
I think I have a picture of Lexi with those same blue jeans on.
Yes, you do. When she was eating out of her dog dish, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put the jeans on her and a zombie death stench.
That's right. I do remember that. I remember
Dog.
that. Jesus. Never heard of Twitch. Twitch is just a streaming platform. You guys can come over and view. It's we call it HD for high definition. It's much cleaner looking.
Yes.
Oh boy. What about the? You want to pull up the infamous shorts? Do you have that photo?
Want that picture?
Sure. Why not? Whatever. Aesthetic blonde. Hello.
It is that one.
It's just that one. Yeah, I remember that one. Wasn't I looking out the window?
Yeah, you were like eating like peach cobbler.
Me eating a peach cobbler?
It was some type of cobbler for sure. It had to be.
Yeah, it was definitely that. I ate a lot of peach cobblers for a moment. They called me the cobbler gobbler.
The cobbler gobbler.
I was making them like left and right, remember?
You guys want to see the shorts?
Downloading now. Hell yeah, come over and join us on Twitch.
My favorite picture. I need you to frame this picture for me.
I don't know about that. Let me see.
I need it.
Did you send it?
Should be sitting right now. Absolute favorite picture. Like, love it.
Wait, where are you at? Oh, there you are. There we are. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. That's the worst. Oh, so I wasn't wearing boots. I was wearing socks.
I don't have the one with the boots. Like, that was like a one-time thing.
Oh God. I'm telling you, somebody's gonna want these shorts now. So here's the picture he's talking about.
Show it. Yes.
I feel like it's like not. You can't really see it that well. Hold on. Yeah, there was prouder moments in my life.
He was at home.
I was at home.
Just, didn't think anybody was gonna see him. I was there.
Yeah,
We lived together.
That's what it is right there.
See, this is the hide I saw like the majority of the time.
Wearing tall black socks, blue Hawaiian shorts, a black tank top, probably in my Def Leppard shirt because I wore that shirt all
It
the time.
definitely was your Def Leppard shirt.
Huh?
Yeah,
Which I can't
100%.
find anymore.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Oh.
It's been gone for months, and it breaks my heart because I love that shirt. But yeah, that's it
See, Mark remembers seeing you in them at least like once.
for sure, no doubt. Grandpa Hyde? Why Grandpa Hyde? Oh man.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my God, I want to hang out with you. Well, come hang out with us on Twitch. That's a good place to start, or join the Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, $20 for the shorts. See, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. We're gonna start an auction, and all of a sudden, those shorts are gonna be gone.
They're amazing.
Cobbler,
It's a piece of history.
It is definitely a piece of Hyde history.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cobbler Gobbler sounds like a Batman villain.
Gobbler.
Those knee-high socks. Hey, easy. Oh my God, you were so cute. All you're missing is the sandals, which is funny because now I wear sandals
You
more.
never did before.
No.
Never.
They're not even sandals though. They're called
Slides.
slides. Yes, I do.
Slides.
I wear those all the time. Going to get fast food or going like somewhere where I don't got to get out of my car, wearing my slides. Going to the mail, wearing my slides.
It's been a development.
Yeah. I've definitely worn them to the grocery store once too. Hyde story. Ooh, I like that. A piece of Hyde story.
Hyde story.
Yeah. Evil Dead 1 or 2. I've never. Isn't that a game? Or is that a movie?
Movies.
Oh. Shows how much I know. I was like, I never played either one of them.
Yeah, they're old, like,
Zombie flicks, right?
I wouldn't say zombie flicks. I feel like Evil Dead was definitely more like kind of like Possession. It was a weird movie. Like, you know, it was one of those first like cabin in the woods types of movies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like totally off from what I thought it was. I thought it was like a zombie.
No. So it gets Evil Dead definitely gets a lot more campier as it goes on. So like eventually there's like Evil Dead, like Army of Darkness, where like you know you got the dude, he's got like a chainsaw for an arm and stuff like that, and he's like fighting like hordes of the undead.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what you're thinking.
Maybe.
But the first movie was definitely made in a little more serious content. It's wild. It's a wild movie.
Interesting.
And then the remake was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I do remember. Wasn't his name like Ash?
Yeah.
Something? Ketchum?
Not kind.
So I do remember the chainsaw thingy though.
Yeah.
In a respectful way, you remind me of JP from Grandma's Boy.
JP from Grandma's Boy?
Wasn't that the robot guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I hate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
You need the matching shirt. What, the matching shirt to the Hawaiian shorts? Dude, that would be an outfit.
Oh, dude. Like,
That would be an
like
outfit.
actual, like one of those
Like-
button-up Hawaiian shirts.
Mm-hmm.
It's blue. Be nice. See, I don't know if you can get rid of them now.
Damn, that'd be a photo shoot, wouldn't it? Me dressed in an all blue Hawaiian outfit. What do clothes cost in the Matrix? With the socks and slides? Damn, dude. Oh God. Okay, well, how about that time that we heard that loud boom?
Boom.
And Ashley comes running across the street.
You in my car?
Dude, that was such a crazy. How long did you have that car?
Like 3 months.
Brand new,
Brand new.
right? It wasn't used.
I think it had like 24 miles on
Yeah,
it,
so
but-
it was brand new.
Yeah.
Off the lot.
Oh, my God.
Dude, we heard this loud boom, and our neighbor comes running across the street. And I was like, what the hell was that? My first thought was, I kind of thought one of those, the power thingies exploded. You know? And then Ashley comes running across the street. She's like, dude, your tree just fell on Abel's car. You still have that picture?
I have plenty of pictures of that. Stupid car.
Dude, that car was crushed.
Man.
Thank God you or nobody else were in that car.
You know, like, there's so much to that story, too. Like, I just absolutely. Let me see. I got a few pictures. So I'll grab this one.
Jinx. Transformers. There it is. Yes. Transformers. Not the Decepticon kind. Please dress in all Hawaiian. I'll make you a deal. If you guys are on my Patreon, I'll dress in all Hawaiian for you. Come on over, join. $5 a month. Come help us get to our goal. We're trying to get to 211 patrons before the end of the month for my birthday, which is on 2/11. So come join us.
The way I remember that day, it was the worst because, like, I had some, like, a vacation basically from work. I just got off. It was my last day at work for like a few weeks. I was like, sick. I'm going home. I think it's a beautiful day. Like, I pull up. The spot's open in front of our house. The spot's never open in front of our house. Like, never.
No, because they always park that big ass like Suburban or
Yeah.
whatever it was.
So I just remember thinking like, oh, this is going to be a great day. Park my car right there, right in front of the house. Like, this is going to be great. I can get inside. I'm winding down because I think I was still working like nights.
You were.
And
You were.
so like I was just like, I'm gonna get ready for bed. I'm on my computer, just doing a couple things, but just getting ready to like wind down. And I heard it, and I just remember thinking like, what was that? And I was just like, it's not gonna be anything. And then when I heard the banging on the door,
You just knew.
I had the sinky feeling in my stomach, just like, no, this can't be. And I opened the door, and Ashley was there, our neighbor, and she
Yeah.
was just like, your car, and I just like,
What about my car?
no.
Oh, Jesus. God,
And
I
then
just got
yeah,
the
there it
photos.
was, just the whole tree. Just
Okay, so on Twitch, I'm going to pull up the photos as he's talking about this. So this is what the car looked like.
I was so proud. I had this new car. It was it wasn't a great car, like a little Chevy Cruze, but it was still like, hey, I got myself a new car. I've been driving like it was the first new car I ever got to, like nicest thing I had.
It was a nice car.
Yeah, and in a matter of moments, gone.
Oh, dude. Crushed it. That's so funny, too, because I forgot about that. Well, you said that you were kind of like on a vacation or something.
Yeah. So like, luckily, I didn't have to go back to work right away.
Yeah.
But I just remember like why? What was even worse is the same neighbors came over later, and the wife was just like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry for what happened to your car." I was just telling my husband about how like like we always park in that spot, and like then one day we knew like Hyde's roommate. Typically gets off of work and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I moved my car up a little bit, thinking like I'd give him the spot. Oh, I'm so glad it wasn't my car.
The one day they didn't park there. Out of all the times that they parked there.
Yeah,
The one day.
This set me up.
Well, it was kind of a good thing because you were on your vacation or whatever. But I ended up getting a vacation from it too.
Yeah.
Because that tree was in front of our house for what, 2 days?
Oh, dude.
I couldn't go to work. I called in and I was like, hey, I can't get my car out of the the driveway.
Yeah, it was so bad. Like I was definitely upset. It was a bummer for sure.
Did you at least get a new one? What ended up happening with that?
So I did. Luckily, because it was newer and I didn't have it that long, I had the gap insurance, so it paid off the car. I had a little money afterwards. So after that, I think I looked around for a bit. I was borrowing like my brother's truck and stuff for a little bit. I think I was taking my Nova again because I still had my Nova.
Right,
so I
right.
would drive that back and forth when I could. And then eventually I found a 2015 Ram in what was like somewhere in Sacramento. It was a little further.
Yeah,
than
yeah.
And I was like, oh, I want this truck. And then
Yeah.
we went out there. I managed to get it the same day. It was a little more than I wanted to pay for, but I was kind of like, you know what? I didn't even really want this car. Like, I just thought it would be a good car to have, something nice and new. And then I was like, I want a truck. I'm getting a truck.
I didn't even want this car.
It was cool. Like, I kind of wanted it, but at the same time, it was kind of like, oh, I was trying to be a little more reasonable too. Like, don't get something too expensive.
Sure.
And then I got the truck, and then because I was like, you know what? If a tree falls on this, I'm throwing it in the back of the truck.
Right.
And
you're good.
And we're done. I'm gonna quit like everything I'm doing. I'm gonna become a lumberjack.
Was that covered under road hazard?
I
I technically think that was considered like acts of God, wasn't it, or
think
something?
it was and wasn't. I can't exactly remember exactly what they classified it as. And it was a whole big ordeal too because like I tried to like talk to the city about it because it was like, hey, this is a city tree. I'm not really somebody to like sue people, but I was like, hey, like, you guys' tree fell on my car. Like, can you like do anything about it?
Not our problem.
Yeah, basically.
Which is funny because I'm sure my dad told you that because so this backstory, the house that we lived in was my grandparents' house where my dad actually grew up, and he actually had gotten kind of in trouble by the city at one point or another because the tree branches were going over the driveway, and he was like, hey, these tree branches need to be cut down, and the city wasn't coming out to do it. So he said, this is like obviously years and years and years and years ago, but he was like, hey, if I come out there, or I'm going to go out there, if you guys don't come out, I'm going to go out there and cut the stuff down myself. And they're like, no, you can't do that. That's our tree. That's city property.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is so funny when the tables are turned, though,
Yeah.
when it's your car because the city destroyed it, all of a sudden it's not their tree.
Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, hey, we're gonna sue you for your tree, your car catching our tree.
Yeah, exactly. For your car catching our tree.
Oh, dude.
Dark Smile, Toxic, thank you guys for the subs. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I remember I almost got into a little altercation when the city did come and get rid of the tree.
I'm trying to remember that. I remember they were out there cutting it down for a couple of days, weren't they?
Yeah, they were just those type of people because like I was just looking out the gate and I just remember seeing them doing the stuff and I was one guy was like, oh, poor guy, like his car got crushed and this and that. Like I feel bad for the situation. And I was out there just like, oh, like, thanks, man, like whatever. And then his boss or whatever is like, I don't feel bad for him at all. And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, it'll get paid for, or who cares? Like this stuff happens all the time. And I was like, I'm about to go throw down on this guy.
You're like, regardless, it's still a huge inconvenience.
Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Give me that guy's name. But yeah, I was like, whatever.
That's how you get them there, tell them someone's cutting it down. Well, I don't think they ever did come out, though, when he did tell them that. I think they just said, oh, we're going to come out. I don't think they ever did, though.
Never did.
No.
But they sure did afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Started cleaning up, like, all the other trees that needed to go and stuff.
Well, they probably didn't want us to, like, cut that up and then use it and sell it ourselves or something. You know what I mean? Like, they probably wanted to make sure they're making their money off of whatever all that wood was and stuff. That was crazy. That was a big tree. I mean, I grew up playing on that tree. So when I fell down, I was kind of like, whoa, man, this kind of feels, like, weird.
Yeah.
It was kind of like an end of an era. We took pictures in front of that tree. Remember?
We did. I don't know if I have.
No. We're not pulling those ones up. Yeah, we're not pulling those ones up. That's
I
for
don't
damn
have them
sure.
on my phone.
Yeah,
Anyways.
we'll
Those are buried somewhere.
Yeah, we'll put the Hawaiian shorts up before we put those up, man. So is that guitar an FRX? My ESP FRX, yes. F series, yes. I had to think about that. Shannon, hello. It's better to singe it and call the fire department. Yeah, right. Oh man, that was wild though. Like I'll never forget that day. I remember calling.
I'll never forget that day.
I felt so bad for Ewan and Johanna though when I called them because I remember them being a little bit slammed. So this is when I still worked at the hair salon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I called them and I was just like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to come in today. There's no way I can get my car out of the driveway. That's too long of a walk. And they're like, oh, it's okay, I felt bad though. For 2 days I couldn't go.
Man.
And I only worked 2 days a week, so
You did.
there was my whole week of work.
Those are some times. I remember, guys. I helped you get that job because that's where I used to get my hair cut.
Yeah, that was my first job right out of cosmetology school. I was looking for a job in here, and I was so scared to be one.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
And, I get that because he was definitely like, until you got to know him, he just always felt like really dry. Like you never really could feel him out. But after you get to know him, like he's a really good, nice guy.
He's like one of the sweetest human beings on earth. Like
Yeah.
I absolutely love him. But yeah, you're right. Like when I first started working there, I was like, God, this guy scares me. Like he's just very like you said, like very dry, very like. But he's also got this like sense of humor where he's like picking on you, but you don't know he's picking on you. He's just picking on you.
Yeah.
And like giving you a hard time. But he doesn't seem like he's picking on you. He seems like he's like being mean. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm already scared enough as it is. Like this is my first job out of school. Like I'm cutting people's hair now, dude. Like it was terrifying. But yeah, we did it. What's up, Cherry? Yeah. So, like I said, guys, if you are just joining us, this is Abel the Third. He is the guitar player in Lion Court. He's one of the guitar players in Lion Court. Bass player of No Silence, and he has his own Abel the Third project, which actually has quite a few followers on Facebook.
Yeah.
You got like 20,000.
Close to that.
Close to under.
Yeah, it's a little under. I think it's like 19,000.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, that's quite a bit of people. I mean, and that was all organically grown, unlike some people. But we don't need to talk about that. I don't know, but no. I mean, so what? I know we kind of talked about that earlier, but what are your future plans with that? Like, what are you really hoping to kind of achieve out of Abel the Third?
Like right now, I'm really passionate about doing like anime covers and stuff like that. Just taking songs that I really enjoy when I hear them and kind of throwing my own little twist on them, a little more like in the metal zone of things. And at the same time, I'm working on a new album. My debut EP came out a few years ago, and I've been meaning to follow that up for a while. So I'm writing a whole new album of songs, all very like anime based lyrically,
Right.
Influenced by like mid 2000s metalcore bands, like musically, and then a couple little like extra elements too, because I just really I like putting out music with my own lyrics and stuff that kind of connect with people who share the same interests, like anime interests, metal interests, and just that whole like mashup of everything.
Sure.
And it's really cool to see. Like even I was actually pretty surprised. I had more streams on like some of the anime covers I've been putting out in the last few months than I realized on like my Spotify.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I think I hopped on and like one song, one of these Bleach covers I put out had like over 10,000 streams on it. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I even realized that you had your stuff on Spotify.
Yeah, I've been trying to put more of the stuff I've been putting out lately on Spotify and just like getting more out there. That way, it's just not the same like 5 songs I put out like a few years ago.
Right. And then you just finished up another one with Chris.
Yeah, so I have a new original song. I'm hoping to put it out in March. I got to clean up a few things musically, and then get back into the studio, get it all mixed and mastered, and then I want to put it out with like the lyric video, like I've done with all my other songs, and get that out there to kind of start pushing for all the new stuff I'm gonna have later on this year.
That'll be really cool. So for the viewers that are in here, if you guys are into anime, name some of your favorite animes. I'm not an anime person, as we know. I mean, I'm not an anime. Like, I don't dislike it. I just don't watch
watch
it.
a few.
Yeah, I mean, and the ones that I've watched, I've enjoyed. Now, how many of the ones that... Okay, so we got Akame ga Kill.
Yes, watch that.
What else? Fate.
Fate, you watch Fate, Stay Night.
Stay Night.
Unlimited Blade Works.
Yeah.
You watch Parasite.
Parasite. That was a cool one.
You watch Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Say another one.
Well, obviously, like Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah, Kenshin, Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball
obviously.
Z. Yeah.
Um,
I feel like we're like hitting that limit though. I feel like that's about it.
Sword Art Online.
Sword Art. Okay, yeah, that was a good one.
I think just like the first couple, like season 1.
Yeah, like 1 and 2, I think,
A little
right?
bit of 2, I think.
Yeah, because I got all the way up to like the gun game stuff. I got into it, but I didn't really get into it. You know what I
And then
mean?
we did have you start the season 3.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, you've got like me, like you sat there like with our old roommate Mike Rubacava, and you guys would like sit there and catch a few episodes of Naruto or Bleach when I was watching that. Just when I would used to sit there and watch them on the living room TV. Or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Hyde, are you gonna play with him too? Well, we've talked about doing something recently, some kind of collab on your stuff.
Oh yeah.
Was it, Attack on Titan. That's another one.
Yeah.
Because I think we were.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about doing some collabs on that kind of stuff. Which I was gonna say. Somebody said, Bleach. So how many of these? I wanted to read off some of these anime names and see if you'd written songs based off these anime names. So if you guys have not already, please let us know what your favorite anime is. Elfen Lied. That was Sword Art.
No, I don't think you've ever watched that one. It's a little bit of a darker one.
Okay.
I really don't think you've watched that one.
I don't think
so.
so.
The main character. The main characters are like these chicks with like pink hair. With like psychic powers almost. Not really like psychic powers, but something in kind of the similar realm. It's a darker anime.
Good though.
It's good. Like maybe we could watch it one day. It's a shorter one. You wouldn't take that long.
Okay. What is it? Orhan High Host Club.
Never got into that.
Okay.
That's like one of those taboo animes.
Okay. Dragon Ball Z. Do you have any songs based off Dragon Ball Z?
My last song I put out, Become More. The artwork was definitely based off of like Dragon Ball Z and Street Fighter. Like,
okay.
The artist I work with definitely.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah,
and that song it was definitely more based on like Street Fighter, but I also I think I had just seen the whole stuff where like Goku went like Ultra Instinct and stuff, and the song was really about kind of pushing away a lot of things to like become something more.
Sure.
So it was a little like mostly inspired by Street Fighter, but a little inspired by like Dragon Ball Z 2 and a couple of little other things at the same time.
I can see how that's how that makes sense. I don't watch anime. What about somebody else said Seven Deadly Sins? Don't you have something based off that? Or no?
No, I haven't wrote anything based on that. I mean, I really enjoy it. I haven't watched the whole anime, but I've read all the manga.
Okay.
So I know the whole story, and it's a really good one. Just haven't gotten around to writing anything about it. I think if I did, I'd probably write something about like Escanor or something. That was always like one of my favorite characters in the series.
What about Blood Plus or Psychopaths?
Blood Plus.
I feel like that's like a vampire one, isn't it? Or no? Or Blood something. There was one that everybody kept telling me to watch for a while. I thought it was Blood Plus. Maybe not.
No, that's another interesting one. I've never watched all of that, but what was the other one? You said
Psychopaths.
Psychopaths. No, I've never read anything about Psychopaths. Great anime though. Very like, uh, kind of like a thriller type of anime.
Hello Kitty.
Hell yeah. Everything's based on Hello Kitty.
Mine's Hello Titty. Cowboy Bebop.
I haven't read anything about Cowboy Bebop. Great anime though. You know, it's a classic.
Hunter x Hunter.
I have a song that I did write about Hunter x Hunter, but it's not done yet. Like
Okay.
there's definitely like, I remember there was one scene that really like moved me, and I remember I wrote a whole song about it. I even like laid down like demo vox on it and everything, and I'm like, okay.
Nina Kitty, thank you for the sub.
But I do have something in the works for that.
Okay.
It's a song that I just need to dial up a little more.
Okay, so currently out right now streaming, you have 9.
Songs out.
Yes. Or is that just what's available on your Patreon?
Yeah. So for my Patreon, there's like 9 songs you get for $1, which are just everything I've done on YouTube in like MP3 format.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then for the $5, you get all that plus like 6 original songs, I think. So you know, both of them you get a good little chunk for the first little start.
So we've got 32 people on TikTok. We've got 32 people on Twitch. Wow, very nice.
Nice.
So how many people would be willing to spend $1 on Abel? Go check him out on Patreon. Let's help this guy build his Patreon up. Or the 5. I'd say the 5. That's actually a lot better option. But
If you like anime, though.
if you like anime. So going back to that real quick though. So what have you written songs based off of? I feel like that might be an easier way to go about this.
That's tough because like, you know, the first 5 songs I ever put out weren't really like anime based.
Okay.
They were definitely a lot more personal. When I did Become War, that was the first one I really wrote. Song based on like I said, Street Fighter, Dragon Ball Z, and now I have like 8 songs that I've been working on for my upcoming album that are very all heavily anime based. Like you know, like I was talking about earlier, the song I just got vocals back from, totally Demon Slayer Mugen Train.
Great anime, by the way. Yeah.
Like, you know, we went to see that movie together.
We did, yeah. That was a good one. What's Abel's Facebook project? So how do they find you on Facebook? Abel the Third?
Yeah, /Abel Third.
Is it Abel the Third or Abel III?
So if you do it like URL, it's Abel the Third.
Okay.
And then if you look me up just like out of the blue, then you know I typically do like Abel and III for like Roman numeral 3.
Yeah. So if you look him up, Abel III, you'll find him. TikTok, it's Abel the Third.
Yep.
I will support y'all, both y'all, on Friday. Firefighter Cody, we appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Looking forward to having you for sure. You've been in the stream quite often, so it's cool to have you convert on over to the Discord and Patreon for sure. I'm on Anime Bestie's top tier. There you go.
Yeah. My anime bestie.
Would you do Blood Plus or Inuyasha?
Maybe Inuyasha. Like that's definitely one that I've watched a little bit more of. You know, right now I think the ones I mainly have songs that I've been really working on. Demon Slayer, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is another one that I have a song that I've been really trying to dial in. Naruto. I have like a whole list of them in, like somewhere in my computer, but I don't have it on me.
So no Rurouni Kenshin yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm going to need that one.
It's be a tall order.
Abel, that leather jacket looks good on you.
Thank you.
That is a nice leather jacket. Yeah. We're also streaming on Twitch. Head over there. So like I said, if you guys have any questions for Abel, if it's anime related, music related, No Silence related, Lion Court related, unrelated, feel free to put it in the comments. We have no problem answering some questions for him today. I wanted to bring him on here so we can help him get a little bit of exposure on what he's doing. Make sure you guys are following him on TikTok if you're not already. It's Abel the Third. Please. Okay, ignore me. My 12-year-old keeps taking my phone since you mentioned anime. It's ridiculous. Definitely not ignoring you. I'm running 2 streams right now. Full Metal, yes. Have you seen it was reincarnated as a slime anime? What does that mean? What's a slime anime?
No, there's an anime. It's literally called That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime.
Oh.
It's the whole title, the name of the show.
Oh.
Like, anime started getting like really weird at some point, and with these really long shows. But that show is actually really, really good. Like, I've enjoyed that one a lot.
Huh. So it's not Full Metal? It's different?
No. So there's Full Metal Alchemist,
Uh-huh.
and there's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. But then there's also a show called That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime.
Oh. Unrelated.
No, yeah, it's totally
Gotcha.
different anime.
I'm also on Abel's top tier. I'm here to support my peeps.
Who's that?
Emily?
Oh yeah, appreciate you, Emily.
So how many patrons do you have right now?
It's a good question.
Okay.
It's like 3 or 4.
Nice. I mean, you just started it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's awesome. Something about eating clothes. Don't think that's appropriate. What? Ever play the Legacy of Kain games? Old vampire series. Amazing. I have not. Have you?
Played a little bit. They were pretty cool.
Rad. I got it. Sweet Jaybird. Thank you. Hi. You're the best. No, you're the best. Legacy of Kain. Was that the one where
like
you're
a-
like Soul Reaper or something?
Yeah, it was Soul Reaver, I think.
Soul Reaver.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
It was
think
like
I
a
do
character
remember
was
that.
like blue. Kind of looked like almost like Nightcrawler from like X-Men.
Okay, but he had didn't he have like a face wrap or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I did play a little bit of that. Yeah.
And then eventually there was another one where the main character had like white hair. I think he was more like a vampire.
Okay. Man, that's like bringing back some memories. Oh, me and Mike were talking about Abe's Odyssey the other day.
Like I remember working with a coworker who would always call me Abe's Odyssey, just because he's like Abe.
That's funny. I didn't realize I was looking into because I think they just remade that game or like within the last couple of years they did like a remake of it or like a new whatever. I didn't realize how puzzle game it was. Do you remember it being a puzzle game?
See, I never really like got into actually playing it.
Yeah.
But I could see that. I feel like that was like a pretty popular thing for a minute there.
Yeah. Like it was very based on like solving like little things to like keep the little miners alive or whatever. I don't know. It just totally threw me off because I don't remember it being that kind of game.
Yeah. You know what? Another game that was kind of like that was I think it was was it like Onimusha?
Oh, that sounds familiar.
They were like a samurai game too, but I remember it was a very heavy like puzzle game at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Onimusha, huh?
either that or Onishima. I can't remember the exact name.
Onishima. Let's try that. See, was it like on PlayStation?
Yeah, like maybe even PlayStation 2.
I remember playing like Dynasty Warriors.
Those are fun.
Those were fun. Onishima, PlayStation. Onimusha, Warlords.
Yeah, so it was Oni.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that does look familiar. Man, those PS2 graphics, though.
It was like almost kind of like a samurai, like Devil May Cry.
That's kind of what the graphics looked like. Was
Yeah.
kind of like Devil May Cry. Yeah.
But it had like a lot of puzzle elements too. And I remember like I was like into the game for a minute there until I got to the puzzle and I was like, this sucks.
This blows.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Genma Onimusha. Ghost of Tsushima, great game.
Oh yeah.
Great game. Abel and I play those together. Who here has a PS4? I still need raid partners.
Dude, we never got around to it.
I know. I think it's you, me, and Lady Ravana are the only ones that play that I know of right now. We need a fourth.
Like
need a
Marco still picks it up every now and then.
Does he? Yeah, we need to get on that. Castlevania. I never played Castlevania.
I played a couple of them.
Yeah, and I didn't watch the anime, which I know a lot of people are like, the anime's dope,
It is.
but I never watched it.
Like it, because it's almost like it doesn't even feel like an anime. It's kind of like a more like adult series. So it's a solid one.
Because it's not like Japanese anime, right? It's like American made, right?
Not 100% sure, but it definitely has more of like a Western vibe for sure.
Let's see. Hope to see you soon on Patreon and Discord. The anime is kick-ass. I've noticed that they've been adding a lot more like animes and stuff like that to Netflix.
It's really popular like nowadays.
Yeah, which is funny because it's popular by all the kids that were punking the kids that were into it back in the day.
That's the biggest the biggest thing you see about it. Dude. Like I've seen so many TikToks where like this isn't even fair. Like I was like the weirdo growing up and
Right.
this and that, and like I was like I'm still not even cool. Like
Yeah.
he's like, but I'll have people like reach out to me and be like, hey, I know you were always like in anime. Like I just started getting into it. Like what are some good ones to like watch? He's like, oh, you used to bully me. Like, why would I tell you anything? Go watch Boku no Pico.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll and Netflix anime rules. You have Crunchyroll, right?
Yeah, I watch a lot of like Crunchyroll and Funimation sometimes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But Crunchyroll is definitely like my main source. Like there's just so much.
Crunchyroll sounds pretty good right now. Emo kids ended up winning. Have you ever played Resident Evil games? If so, what one was your favorite? The only one I ever played. Well, no, I take that back. I played Code Veronica X, I think it was, and then the one where you started off in Africa. I think it was Resident Evil 5.
I know I've played a little bit of 2, a little bit of 3, and I think 4 as well.
Wait, what's the ones where you were in the house? Was that 6? You were like in a house. It was like the whole game was based in a house. Did you ever play that one? That one was really twisted, but it was super short. I played that whole game in like one night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Remake and 4, and it was 7.
Yeah, like I just remember like playing them a little bit because I have a cousin in like the Bay Area, and anytime we'd go over to her house, she always had like all these like PlayStation games. So I remember playing like 2 and 3 a little bit at her house. And I was just like a little kid, like trying to like jam out on these games.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, you'd have like the zombie like burst through the window and grab it. Like, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm not doing this anymore. You play it.
Check out my YouTube for Resident Evil playthroughs. Oh, very cool.
Nice.
In VR, nice. 4 is a weird number, and we don't like those. So Abel has 5 patrons now.
Oh, sick.
November Red.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate that, November Red.
Yes. So this is November Red. Be cool like November Red. Go subscribe to Abel. You can get on his Patreon for only $1 or $5. Resident Evil 7 was the one you were thinking of. Okay, Resident Evil 7. So I played that one too.
So many of them.
Dude, I can't keep track with all of it. It's crazy. Melodic Motif is now following. Thank you for that. Let's see. Come on, let's try to get Abel up to 10 patrons. We only need 5 more. Can we get 5 more people? 5 people to sign up for Abel for $1 or 5? What is Abel on Twitch? I don't think you have a Twitch, do you?
I mean, I'm there, but I haven't really done anything like
Yeah, like you don't
stream-wise.
stream.
I come in and I talk to people sometimes.
Yeah.
I like to hop in your chats.
Yeah. No, I mean, the most helpful thing for Abel right now, I think, would be Patreon and TikTok. Going to follow him on TikTok. And I just went to go look, and I think you currently have 3,058 followers. So.
Or find me on YouTube. You know, I'm almost at 1,000 subs. So
Oh, there you go.
almost there.
Yeah, where you at right now? Do you know?
900 and something.
Ooh, my guy.
Close.
Nice. I'm catching up. I'm trying to get there.
I mean, like we said before, like I've had my like YouTube page for a long time.
Ah, that doesn't matter.
But I mean, I haven't like posted.
Yeah, you just barely started like seriously posting.
You know, I'm kind of bummed out that I had like a really old video of me on there when I first started, of me doing like a Crazy Train guitar solo cover.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that good, but I remember I deleted it because I was like, oh, this is kind of like old and cheesy. And I didn't like back then. I didn't think anything of it. It was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had like 10,000 views on it.
Damn.
And I was just like, oh, you'd see everybody with like 1 million views, like, oh, this is nothing. And then like after like starting to actually like do YouTube,
Yeah.
like that's a lot. Like it takes a while
Oh,
to get
yeah.
there sometimes.
For sure. My videos, I'm like feeling good if they hit like 500 views. Yeah, I'm at 491 right now for my
Nice.
subscribers. So it's growing.
Yeah, you haven't really been at it for very long.
A few months now. Yeah, it's fairly new. Abel, did you ever watch Angel Beats?
No, that's definitely one that's been on my watch list for a while, but I was always told like, unless you want to cry.
I've kind of heard that too. I'm not super familiar with it, but every time I hear about that anime, people are like, hey, it's really sad. I just joined Abel's Patreon. That's from 40ish Widow, Tara.
Okay. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Patreon, you say? Mysterious Fantasy. So we might get you up to 10 tonight.
Hey, double digits.
There you go. Another patron. There we go.
Yeah,
You might have to
here we go. Yeah, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
Can we link the YouTube channels here? I don't believe we can put links in the chat. Have you played any horror video games like Outlast or Silent Hill? I think the only horror video game I ever played was the one where you were like the dude and he
The dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
you were like a dude and you were like outrunning zombies.
Let me think.
Yeah, every horror game ever. No, there was like a little orphaned girl.
Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Okay.
That was a cool game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get very far in it. Like, I got it because like a coworker that I was working with told me like, hey, get this game. It's really good.
Yeah.
Well, he was talking about the second one. He was like, oh, this is my favorite game of all time. It's like the greatest game of all time. He's like, you should play it. I was like, I haven't played the first one. He's like, go play the first one.
Yeah.
So I did. I got into it. It's a cool game. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, for sure.
But I'm a chicken. Like, I can watch horror movies. I can't be in them. Like, I'm over there just like in stealth mode the whole time. Like, do I move now?
Yeah,
Do I go?
that's funny.
Like,
So then you never played Days Gone either. Oh, that's such a good game. I had a lot of fun playing that game.
Chicken man. I can't say that.
Yeah, you can't have any of those jump scares for sure. I'm gonna actually, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put Last of Us 2 on my Amazon wish
You know what I
list.
think ruined that for me was Dead Space.
Oh, I remember Dead
I
Space.
remember like Dead Space used to just like. That was,
You know what game I found freakier though was Half-Life. Did you ever play Half-Life?
No, I didn't play Half-Life.
That one was a trip. I mean, I grew up playing that, so like I was a kid, and that scared the crap out of me as a kid. But
Yeah.
you had Dead Space kind of reminded me of Half-Life a little bit.
Like I was just over Dead Space when you get to like that one part where like you had like the hunter. It was like a hunter alien, and he was like always like creeping in the ducts and stuff. So you'd be like going.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like, stalk the whole time, and I was like, no, I'm not about this life.
Woo, at 9. You're at 9 patrons.
Hey, look at that.
How many did you have when we started? 3?
I think later Ivana said I had 4.
There you go.
Double up.
You get patrons faster than I do.
No way.
You're cuter.
It's lies.
I cannot wait for the second one. Second one, what? Dead Space?
Is there a second Dead Space?
I don't know. Didn't that Dead Space have like a few already?
I thought they did.
Maybe Last of Us 2.
Oh,
Because that's already out, right? Or no?
Well, yeah, because didn't that get like Game of the Year or something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the one I was gonna say. I'm gonna put that on my wish list so I can get that for my birthday.
You're a brave man.
I want to play it. I do want to play it.
Brave man.
Last of Us 2 is free for PS5 members. Well, aren't you fucking cool? PS5.
Who's got one of those?
Yeah, for real. Good luck even finding one.
Marco.
Whatever, you're both gorgeous. Well, thank you. Do you listen to Calabrese?
Doesn't sound familiar.
Calabrese? Calabrese?
Calabrese.
No idea. Let's go, Abel. Abel should get on Twitch too.
I'm working on it.
Maybe that'll be one of your patron goals. Maybe when you get to like 50 patrons, you'll start doing Twitch streams or something.
Twitch streams?
You got everything you need to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, do you have a condenser mic? You do.
Yeah, I do. Because I have all my recording stuff.
Yeah. So you got a mic. You got the camera.
Mm.
You got lighting.
Yeah.
Got a computer.
Maybe.
You're good to go, man. Last of Us 2 is already out. Amazing, and there's 3 Dead Space games. I don't think I played any other than like the first one.
I played the first, a little of the second, and then I was like, I'm tired of being scared.
Hello. Like, what are you waiting for, Abel? The Outlast game. Yo, what are you waiting for, Abel?
What? That.
Or the Forest. Abel could make videos for that game. It's insane. Starts with plane crash. I mean, that could be a cool thing that you incorporate into your Patreon too.
What's that?
You know, like if you did Twitch streams, like certain games, maybe like by the time you finish the game, you'll have a cover. Like you know what I mean? So like that obviously it'll give you some time to like stream the game, have your patrons in there viewing it with you, and then like do a cover of Abel the Third style of that game's theme song or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Like, there's definitely a lot of games where, like, you know, I've played and I'm like, this has actually a good, like, soundtrack to it.
Yeah, oh, for sure. That's like, even Final Fantasy VII Remake, I thought, I was kind of like torn because, you know, there was half of us that were like, hey, keep the game the way it was, and then there was half of us that were like, hey, it's kind of cool how it is now. But one of the things that I did like that they changed was the music, and that they kind of vamped the soundtrack, which they brought in the original guy, Umatsu Nobuo Umatsu, something like that.
That's it.
Nobuo Umatsu.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. But they brought him back in and somebody else to redo that soundtrack, and I thought it was really cool. I thought they did a really good job.
It turned out really good.
Yeah.
I mean, we messed up because we kept saying we were going to do a cover of it while we were playing it.
I never did.
But those songs are hard too.
They are, yeah. The guitar and that stuff's cool. Well, I think part of it too is because they were all written like as MIDI. They weren't actually written as guitar parts. You know what I mean?
Like,
So
that super arpeggio doesn't make any sense.
yeah.
No one's gonna play this.
Let's see. I'm about to go back to Twitch, but I just wanted to see how my Nikki Six picture looked over here. Nikki Six. What? Dude, we can do a Ghost of Tsushima Twitch. We could do that.
Yeah.
Like where we're all playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Just jam out.
Very cool. You can use your Prime subscription to sub to this vamp. You can on Twitch. You can sub for free to Twitch if you have Amazon Prime, which I actually just got.
Amazon Prime?
Yeah, finally, after all these years. I know. I stepped up in the world. I'm a big kid now.
Let's give him the clap.
I'm wearing my pull-ups today.
Huggies.
My Huggies. Okay, joined Abel's Patreon.
Woo!
Well, there you go. So that puts you at 10 now.
Gotta be.
It's gotta be. Gots to be.
Thank you for that.
Let's see. Let's go to Patreon. I'm gonna type in Patreon. Abel. I, right?
Abel the Third.
Oh, Abel the Third on that one. One word.
Yes.
What's your favorite vampire movie? Mine is Lost Boys. Underworld. Yours?
Favorite vampire movie?
Yeah.
Hotel Transylvania.
Love that.
What would it be? I'm not a big fan of like the old Blade movies. Those are always.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize until kind of recently, actually, that the Blade movies were comic book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Marvel,
Marvel.
right? Yeah, I did not know that.
Really?
Nope. I did not.
Actually, Marco's been watching like all the old like Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and he made some appearances in there.
Really?
Yeah, because there was a whole like Michael Morbius, who was like the living vampire, so they brought him in as like a villain,
Yeah.
like Spider-Man, and eventually they brought Blade in because Blade was like hunting Michael Morbius.
Okay. Wow, I did not know any of that. I love Underworld. Kate Beckinsale is hot too. Pff, yeah.
You know, that's the only reason why you like the
Yeah. Hot. You are at 9 patrons right now.
Sick.
So you're one away from your goal for the night. Hell yeah, dude. That's rad. Comic originals. Yes, Morbius. I'm excited for Morbius. Oh, yeah, there's going to be a Morbius movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Underworld is definitely the best. Interview, judge me. Interview is a good one, too. I mean, we
Yeah,
love
yeah.
Interview with the Vampire, for sure.
Like, Lion Court. I mean, our band name's based off of Interview with the Vampire. So.
Yeah. Lestat de Lion Court. They're doing a remake of Blade. They need to stop with all the remakes. What do they got? A remake of The Crow. Actually, I heard that one got canceled.
Did it?
Because Jason Momoa was doing it.
Oh, was he?
Yep. Jared Leto is playing Morbius. Jared Leto, a new Blade.
Yeah, the Morbius movie looks like it's gonna be pretty neat.
I've heard about it, but I haven't looked into it. I haven't seen a trailer. I haven't seen anything.
Sure, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly because it got like a really cool, like I think Moonlight Sonata, like.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, that's neat.
Isn't Spawn Marvel too?
Spawn is Dark Horse Comics.
Okay, so
Yeah, so
not even
it's,
related.
Like, not even related. But there's definitely been some crossovers and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would have been a disaster. Oh, for Momoa playing the Crow.
Mm.
What do you think?
I mean, I think it's just one of those movies you just don't really touch, like especially with all the history behind it. It's kind of a tall order.
Yeah, no one can remake the Crow. It's already a great movie. Yeah, I mean, I feel like wasn't there 2 or 3 Crow movies? I know for sure 2.
But only one that was memorable.
Exactly. I mean, Momoa probably could have pulled it off, but I don't think it'll ever touch the original.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Mm.
Cherry, thank you so much for the sub on Twitch. I wish my sub counter was working tonight. I have no idea how many people have subbed tonight. He's so large and bright-eyed. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. There are 4 Crow movies. Damn. That's all the Crow movies. That's a murder of movies.
Cricket.
I was proud of that one.
Okay.
There are 4 Crow movies. He says, okay. Oh, boy. Yep. Ha ha ha, knee slap. Yeah, so I'm pretty, I'm kind of touching back to this show at Bar Sinister. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've been there together.
I've never been there.
Yeah?
I'm just messing.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, we went there one time.
Yeah, I think just like walk through it.
It was actually my birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You, me, Heather, Rubacaba?
I think it was
Marky Mark?
Marco.
Was it Marco? I
Oh, no,
remember
same.
you were wearing your hat.
We don't talk about that.
Oh, it was a good hat.
Yeah, that was cool.
And that was the night that we were standing next to, what's his name? The
Rob
singer,
Zombie?
Rob Zombie.
Oh yeah, I remember just like, because I remember bumping into him
Yeah.
as being like,
Whoa.
this guy kind of looks like Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Trench coat and everything.
Yeah.
You know, walked away, and then you're like, hey, you want to go get a picture of Rob Zombie? I was like, I knew it. But no, let's leave.
Yeah, let's leave the guy alone. Yeah. That's right. And that was so long ago.
Yeah, and I think that time, I don't know, because there was definitely one time where it was just you and me out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember we even went to that little, like, I think it was like an Italian restaurant that you really liked.
Fratelli's.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where I always went and got my turkey avocado pesto.
Yeah. And that was,
Panini.
and that was the same time where we ran into that chick who was like, oh, you look like that one guy. She's like, the guy who pulled out his rib.
Yeah, that story. That was a good story. Can I tell that story?
I don't think on TikTok.
Yeah, I might get banned on TikTok for that one. Where are you from? We're up from Central California. Yeah, that's a good story.
It was funny.
Yeah.
We're just,
That was that same time?
yeah.
So maybe it was just you and me that went down for my birthday. Did we go down there by ourselves?
So yeah, there was that one time we went by ourselves because it was just you and me. Because we ran into that chick
Yeah.
as soon as like right before we met up with Heather,
Okay.
and then we were out there for like a couple days. I think it was when I had my hat because
It was,
we
for
went
sure.
out together somewhere, and then eventually we went out and had lunch over at that Fratelli's place. She's like, "Oh, you got to come here. I used to come here all the time."
Yeah. I'm going to scroll as you're chatting about this situation. I'm going to scroll through my Instagram because I'm pretty sure I have that photo of the two of us on my Instagram. Unless you don't want me to show it.
Nah, it's
You know what? Whatever, dude. I
yeah,
showed the infamous Hawaiian shorts.
Yeah, it's not as bad as the Hawaiian shorts.
No, definitely not as bad
Or
as
maybe
them.
it's worse.
No, definitely not.
I don't even have that hat anymore.
I don't either. And I don't know what happened to mine.
Because I did have two.
You did. And you gave me one because one of them I think was too small for you.
Something.
Which is how I ended up getting a lot of my stuff.
Yeah.
My rings. I think you ended up giving me a pair of boots too. Or maybe not. I don't remember. Because I remember you ordered some boots and then they didn't fit
I
you.
did. Yeah,
They were too small for you.
I think so.
But now I don't remember if you gave them to me or not. I imagine if you know about Marilyn Manson, you know where it's going. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's exactly where it was going. Yeah, this lady, she had to have been homeless. I don't remember, but from my memory, she was a homeless lady, right?
Probably. Like
I
definitely felt like that.
I feel like I remember her pushing around like a cart or
Yeah.
something. Okay, so
Could have been going to the grocery store.
yeah. There's no grocery store in sight, but she might have been. Yeah. So she taps me on the shoulder, if I remember correctly, and she said something. Long story short, she basically was like, "You know who you remind me of?" And I was like, "Who?" She goes, "You remind me of that guy who took out his ribs to suck his own dick." And I was like, "Oh, Marilyn Manson?" And she goes, "Hey, anybody who takes out their own rib to suck their own dick is cool in my book."
That's what it was.
Yep.
100%.
Absolutely.
That's
I'll
all.
never forget that.
I was like, well, Marilyn Manson.
I used to live down in San Diego, now I live in Washington State. Washington State's hella pretty. Bro, I am like traversing time and space right now looking for this
You
photo.
have so many pictures, like, it takes a minute.
Yeah, it does. That is beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right, Abel, hold down the fort. I gotta go check the door.
DoorDash?
I don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is either. Hey, everybody. In intermission phase, what do we got going on over here? Toxic. Check. What's going on, Toxic? Yeah, that Marilyn Manson story was amazing. Missing sun. Like the sunlight? Anime bestie. How are you doing later, Rana? I can't tell who's at the door. Toxic, not much. Just hanging out here. You know, I'm alive, so back. Need a kitty? Hey, how's it going? I think you should be coming back any minute now. But definitely good times. Good times with the Marilyn Manson story. I just remember I never even really went to Hollywood back then, so I was just kind of like, oh, that's interesting. Nice first impression. Emily, hey buddy. Purple
So it was pizza,
pizza?
but I didn't order pizza.
Oh, did Mike order pizza?
I guess he must have.
Where was he at?
I don't
Still
know.
in his car?
He's not here.
He's not here?
Uh-uh.
What happened?
I just said, he was like, is this your address? And I said, yeah. And he goes, okay. And I said, who's it for? And he goes, Michael? I was like, yeah, but he's not here. I was like, okay.
Michael Club Pizza.
It wasn't mine. And then he goes, my manager went ahead and ordered you guys, or made you guys an extra large instead of a large. I was like, okay. It's a win-win. What did I miss?
No, not too much. I was just saying how, like, that was, like, one of my first, like, real impressions of, like, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I never really went out there very much.
Had you been out there before?
I've been to L.A., but it was kind of, like, never, like, into actual Hollywood or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, this is what we're getting into.
Homeless lady approved.
Sick. Did you get free pizza?
I think so.
Mike ordered pizza and forgot.
Maybe.
Pizza, check.
Dude, I'm like trying to figure out where this was at. This was like forever ago. This was definitely. Oh wait. It was when we lived together, right? Yeah, it had to have been. Yeah, it had to have been. So it would have been after this, because this is all before we lived together. This is in the Beautiful Remains era, volume 1.
Volume 1.
Volume 1. Hey, there's my infamous salmon. Come on, I know I've got that picture of you and me in here somewhere.
It's gotta be.
It has to be.
Maybe. Do I have it?
I don't know. It's a good photo, though.
Is it the Krusty Krab pizza?
It could be. Because that's the pizza for you and me. There it is.
Did you find it?
Oh, my gosh. I found it.
I don't even think I had a beard back then.
You didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, more now, but...
Yeah, that's back when I used to just, like, keep, like, a very small 5 o'clock shadow.
It is. I probably forgot to change his address from home versus work on the delivery app. Hey there. What's up, Teresa Rodriguez?
Is mayonnaise an instrument? Not for Mark.
Is
Mark.
mayonnaise an instrument? All right, you guys ready to see this? If you guys are on Twitch, you'll see. This is, wait, when was this? What year was this? I'm going to guess this had to have been 2014. Yeah, 14. It doesn't say.
Doesn't say?
Oh, it does. February 9th, 2014.
Ah.
So it was for my birthday. It was like a couple days before my birthday. It was like tomorrow. Years ago. Oh, wait, today's the 7th. Never mind. Shut up, Hyde. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Yes, it is.
There it is. Oh, man, this looks like crap.
Good times.
Here,
I remember you hated that picture, too, because of the way you looked.
I hate all pictures because of the way I look. Yeah, that's us. And right over about here, well, you can't even see my mouse, so never mind. But yeah, like right off to the side of us was good old Rob Zombie.
He's doing his thing.
Just doing his thing.
That was like his club, right?
No. He was just there. Yeah. No. Now you said that. Now I feel like that might be a thing.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I feel like that was like you had said like that was like one of his clubs or something.
Oh. Well, maybe. I'll have to look into that because I don't remember that. But that does kind of sound familiar now. So Bar Sinister is actually a gothic nightclub that is only at this place because the club is called Bordeners, and every night they have a different theme.
Yeah.
But it's like I think each night is owned by different people, so they only get the club that one night. And Bar Sinister is on a Saturday every night, or every Saturday it's Bar Sinister.
Yeah.
Which is where we're playing on February 26th.
Last Saturday of the month.
Last Saturday of the month, February 26th.
Abel is not tall. Me and Hyde are like the same height, but I think I was pushing down on him in that picture.
Push it down on me.
I was like,
Get shorter.
come here.
Well, how tall are you? You got to be like 5'10", 5'9"?
I'm like 5'9".
Yeah, 5'9", because we're both 5'9". I thought you were a little taller than me, though.
It's
No?
like it's weird. Like some days I think I'm taller than you, and then other days you feel taller?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Maybe is it just when I have big hair?
Maybe.
Big hair. I have it.
I think it's big hair because I don't got big hair.
No.
I don't have hair.
When you do have hair, you have big hair
Yeah,
though.
you know, I'd like to get a little volume going
Yeah,
nowadays.
you had the Witcher thing going for a minute,
Oh, and I did like the
which
Wellington.
I thought was a good look on you.
Yeah, it was cool, but you know, it's just the hair upkeep was just a lot.
That is a lot.
And like, I don't know, I just never liked the texture of my hair. It was always like dry.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Holy crap, how tall is Abel? You're pretty and you know it. They have a bondage night too. Is that not on the same night as Bar Sinister? I thought it was. Will you do traveling shows? I hope so. I mean, it's kind of the intent, I think.
It's the goal.
Yeah. Hey again, hello.
Playing in the traveling band.
It's all that hairspray. Hyde looks 6'2", I thought. Oh
He's
no,
not.
I'm definitely not 6'2".
6'2".
No.
Like I think Josh is like 6'2" or 6'1".
Yeah.
He's like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
And by Josh, I mean David Lioncourt.
Right. Is he taller than Rob? I mean, RJ Ghost.
I think one of them 6'1", one of them 6'2".
So they're about the same.
Yeah, they're pretty much like neck and neck.
Brian's probably the tallest in No Silence.
Yeah, and he's probably just like 6.
6 foot.
Yeah.
And then Brandon's
Brandon's a little taller, I think.
than us, huh?
Yeah, I think he's like 5'10", 5'11".
And I feel like Tristan's shorter than us,
Yeah.
but not by much.
No.
We're all about the same. Hello from Sacramento. Well, hello from Modesto. Yeah, so we're all about the same height.
Typically, like
More or less.
average height dudes.
Yeah.
I think even like Lioncourt, like Marco's the shortest, and he's still like 5'8".
Yeah. That's funny. If you're going off the pic of him and Cece, she's just short like me. Oh, the picture of me and Cece from my birthday party, or my little birthday dinner the other night. Yeah, she's definitely way shorter than I am. Making sure people need to take a breath. Y'all look really tall. It's that average male height in California.
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
Yeah, we're not.
Like, it's like, you know, I've been called short a lot,
Same, actually.
and like
Yeah.
I'm always like, I don't feel it because I feel like I'm usually around a lot shorter people. But then there's, you know, times where like, you know, you're around like, you know, a couple people that are a little taller. Like I've definitely worked with some dudes who were like actually like tall,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay, now I feel short, but only like when I'm around you.
Yeah. 100%.
Like I had a lead that was like 6'6", and I was like, okay, you're just a giant of a man.
Men-sized, all of yous.
Yeah.
Is everyone married? Marco is.
Marco is.
Josh is. And that's it.
Yeah, I think
Fucking band guys.
Rob's
Sleazebags.
Rob proposed ever.
Oh, yeah, he did. So he's engaged.
Engaged.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the rest of us were, well, not single, but not married.
Hmm.
You're not single, but not married.
I'm not married.
Brandon's not single, but not married.
Yep.
Brian's not single, but not married. Because he's with that girl.
Tristan is technically
Single and not married.
not married.
And I'm technically single and not married. So, hey, there he goes. I was going to say, I'm like the only one that's not like in a full-blown committed relationship right now.
I mean, Tristan's pretty close
I mean,
now.
now. Poor guy.
Such a sweet man.
He is. So if anybody's looking for a drummer,
Yeah.
he's really good at banging drums.
Drums.
Pots and pans, too, I'm sure.
Probably a lot of other things.
We should just start up a dating show, dating game.
Well, he did say he wanted to come on stream.
He did ask me if he could come on stream. So we'll bring Tristan on here, and for all you single ladies, we'll bring Tristan on here.
Like a young
Buck.
Jason Statham looking fella.
A young, much smaller Jason Statham.
Like, you know, mini. Fun size Jason Statham.
He's Jason Statham Jr. Like the junior model.
We love him.
Yeah, we do love him.
That's my grandma.
The dating game with Hyde. I've actually thought about doing that. Would you just say that's your grandma?
My grandma.
Where did that start? Like, how did that happen?
Dude, I don't even know. Because, like, me and Tristan played in a band together called Fate's Era.
Right. It was called what?
Fate's Era.
It was called what?
Fat Sarah.
Okay. Fat Sarah.
I don't know how it came about, but one day, like, it just started. Like, he said, like, "Oh, what's up, grandma?" And I was like, "Hey, grandma." And then, like, so he's my grandma, I'm his grandma. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Just go with it.
So just randomly, he just came up to you and said, "Hey, what's up, Grandma?"
Yeah, like, he used to say, like, grandma, like, randomly for, like, certain little things. And I'd be like, "Grandma." And then I just started, like, directing it, like, "Hey, what's up, grandma?"
Yeah.
And then he'd shoot it right back.
He's a funny guy. I love him. Like, I was so, what's the word I'm looking for?
You were intimidated.
Intimidated, yeah.
I
That's
remember that.
perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for, is intimidated. I was very intimidated by him when um, I joined Pain and Chaos, because he was the drummer of Pain and Chaos, which basically No Silence is Pain and Chaos, just with a different bass player and singer, like, for the most part, right?
Yes.
Like, and which is funny because I think originally the bass player of No Silence was James. I think he originally was No Silence's original bass player.
Was he?
Yeah, so it's basically the same band. But anyways, yeah. So when I first met him, do you remember me telling you that they hit me up and asked me to play for them, and I was like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna do it.
No Silence?
No, Pain and Chaos. We lived together. I remember I was walking from the bathroom to my
I was one of
room.
the guys that told you to go do it.
You were the guy that told me to go do
I
it.
was like, just do it.
Yeah, and I was just like, no. And then my girlfriend at the time, she was like, Abel's right. You should just go do it. And I was just like, no. And I went over there and I met them, and they were all just the nicest guys ever. Brandon's super cool. Tristan's super cool, but I was like afraid of him. Yes, let's find Tristan a Valentine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Tristan a date.
Oh, Grandma Abel.
Grandma Abel.
Does Grandma make you the wisest?
I'm definitely not the wisest. Tristan might be.
Tristan is pretty wise.
Very just like stoic.
Now I can't like look at Tristan and not think of that turtle from Kung Fu Panda. You know what I'm talking about? Like that's what I'm gonna see him as forever now.
It's very like. It's funny though because like he's very calm
Very calm.
and then he's not.
And then he's not. Depends on what he's doing, I think.
The pre-workout.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little much.
Yeah.
Like you were saying earlier when he's like talking to Brandon on the phone. He's
It's definitely a pre-workout. He's definitely a very Uguay. Yes, that was the guy's name. Uguay, the turtle. Uguay. I was reading that right now. Like UGWE. What the hell does that mean? Uguay. That's right. Yes, Uguay. I'm gonna start calling him that. Master Uguay. Mm-hmm. Grandma Uguay.
No.
I actually really like that. Grandma Uguay.
Uguay.
Grandma Uguay.
It's got a ring.
It's funny. Tristan wanted to be on the stream. He asked me about being on the stream with me, and we've spent the last 10 minutes talking about him, so it's good.
I think it's meant to happen.
Yeah, it's kind of a... Well, Brian, too. Brian wanted to come over and be on this, and then Mark Putnam wants to also, so we're going to have a lot of people coming over here. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm just going to have to cycle through you guys every month.
Yeah.
Just every week is somebody new.
Yeah, see, this is the way you build your little podcast.
Yeah, and it's the way we build your guys' little Patreons. Actually, I think you're the only one with the Patreon, so yeah. So it's okay. Stick to ours. That's too many. That's what he said. Kidnap him. Kidnap Tristan? Kidnap Tristan and auction him off?
Probably could.
Probably. Well, I don't know. Well, you might be able to. He'd definitely out-strength me.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, he's got them guns. Hey, Hyde, when you get a second, can you please check your Instagram? You're in my stories. If it came up, yes, I will look. I don't always get them, but I'll take a look. That'll get him laid, calling him grandma anything.
Too bad Brandon is busy because it would be a blast with him too.
Oh, yeah, that guy is so busy with everything.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have him on here.
You literally have to like catch him like at work.
Right. Just take my computer and the whole stream setup. Set up all of this in his shop.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, sit down for 5 minutes. Just kidding. I need you for an hour.
There's no way you get him to sit down for an hour.
I don't think so.
I mean, maybe.
What ladies will you podcast? Haley?
Haley?
That's all I got. I don't know what other ladies would be down to podcast or whatever. That'll get them laid. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who else would be.
I mean, you talk about paying chaos. Maybe you could get Lana.
That'd be cool. I don't think she lives anywhere nearby though anymore.
She just pop in every now and then though.
Yeah, she comes out for our shows every once in a while, I think. She did live close for a minute. Sounds like a rusty tricycle. This?
I could hear it.
I could hear that.
Trying to scoot along and give me a little WD-40.
It's like one of those horror games. Because you could totally hear the that tricycle sound coming down before a scary game. Oh, Ollie? Oh, Olivia? I could have Olivia on here. She lives nearby. You could take apps background check fees, though.
It's another anime homie.
Wait. You could take apps background check
What about
fees?
Holly?
Oh, Holly? Holly and Ollie?
Ollie and Ollie?
The Holly Ollie Pop? Make him a dating profile, but you handle it? Oh, I don't have time for that. Your sister. They're not wrong. Oh, about the tricycle sound?
Yeah, definitely has a certain sound to it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm sure Ollie would love to do it. Yeah, maybe. She might like to do that. I could do that.
That'd be fun. It'd be fun to see the whole Hyde sibling.
Oh, Holly? Yeah. I thought you meant Ollie.
Oh,
Holly and Ollie. I'm getting
Ollie.
confused.
Olivia.
That's Jolly. Yeah, I actually did talk to Holly about doing it, seeing if she'd be interested in doing it. She said, yeah, but she's working a lot right now, so I don't know if and when she'd be able to do that. But
Sure, Olivia would be down.
oh, for sure.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
I think got a good sense of music, and I like talking about anime.
Do you?
It's a lot of fun to talk about anime.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't be able to keep up. Hey, handsome. Hello. How's it going? Glitchy AF here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my my stream, but we are on Twitch. If you guys want to come over and hang out on Twitch with us, we are on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bokuwahyde. If you guys are having issues finding my information, if you guys are looking for Twitch, if you're looking for Patreon, if you're looking for anything, head to my profile on TikTok and click on the Bokuwahyde link. You guys can find that. Come join us on Patreon if you haven't already. I'm going to have Abel talk about his again here for a moment. But on mine, you guys can help us get to our goal of 211 patrons before the end of the month for my birthday, which is 2/11.
Do it.
We need to do it.
Do it.
We need to do it. So get that sub. Come over, hang out with us on Discord. I subbed. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Again, for those who are newer here, talk to us a little bit about your Patreon. Let me see where you're at right now. Let me see. Baby Bat Kim, thank you for the sub. Abel, you're at 10 patrons.
Heck yeah.
There you go.
Thank you, everybody.
So
Made it.
that's just the beginning, though. Next step is 100.
I thought maybe like 20, but 100.
You gotta. You know what they say, man. Aim for the shoot for the moon, land amongst the stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can see it. Single digits, double digits, and triple digits.
Yeah. I'm proud. I'm proud of you for doing what you're doing. It's a big step, but you're doing it, and it's just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, your TikTok has gained a good amount of followers, and you got one more too, by the way.
Oh, sick.
and very organically, I feel like you've kind of really developed a niche.
Yeah, like it's funny because like I definitely had to kind of like there's some days where I like find a couple videos that I want to throw out there, and then I realized like I think for a minute there I was like, man, it's like millennial content really hits the best.
Oh yeah.
But then I was like, okay, let me bounce it out over here. Like I already got so much millennial content to throw out there. Like,
Right.
We can all relate to being the older generation on TikTok, or born in the late 1900s.
But isn't that really what it comes down to? Like what it's all about is relatable content.
Yeah.
I mean, right? Like you find something that's relatable, then all of a sudden that's the one that does the best.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Unless you put out like a vampire dad joke, all of a sudden that does really well.
Yeah,
but,
like some people just hit the gold like that. But
Yeah.
it's all right.
Yeah.
Like I was saying in I think a leader stream when they were bringing up this whole like maybe it's Abeling thing. I was like, I'm not ready for that type of fame. Like, this
I'm not ready for that type
I
of
won't
fame.
put out that content just because like it's just too much.
But
It's a lot of pressure.
what if you did, and then tomorrow you woke up with 100
And
patrons?
like the rest of my life is just like
Maybe it's
make up content.
hey, you know, it beats pushing a broom, right?
Yeah, that's true. Just push a little face broom.
A little eyebrow brush. Dad jokes of all kinds are awesome. You're enjoying your life. Manifest. Always gotta have dad jokes. Yeah, I think. I mean, I think it's safe to say that both of our lives have kind of really turned around. You know, I mean, from where they used to be, anyway.
Oh yeah.
You know, you don't have a crushed car anymore. I mean, that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, it was gone before I knew it. So we tried nothing.
But you know what? They're good stories.
It's a fleeting moment.
It was a fleeting moment, and now you're on to bigger and better things, right?
Yeah.
Interview with the Vampire, best movie ever. Dad joke. Well, thanks to Abel, our podcast. So I'm still kind of in the thinking phase, the blueprints, if you will, of what I'm really going to do with this whole podcast thing. I did make, so for you guys that are watching along right now on Twitch, what I'm doing is I am going to be downloading the entire stream, which right now is at an hour and 45 minutes. I'm going to be downloading this whole entire thing. And for those of you guys who are on my Patreon, at the lowest tier, this is something that's added to our lowest tier right now, which is only $5 a month. You guys are going to actually be able to rewatch the entire stream, uncut, no editing, nothing. It's just going to be the stream as it is, so you guys can actually watch the whole thing. In case you guys missed the stream or any of the other streams that I do where I have people like Abel come on, you guys will be able to watch the whole thing. But for those who are not, I'm just going to have like an hour cut up, edited version of it on YouTube. I totally forget. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, so where I was going with that is that I think for what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making, thanks to Abel, who gave me the name, interview with the Glampire, or interview with a Glampire.
One or the other.
Yeah, one or the other. I'll figure that out.
Mandela effect.
Yeah. Well, because interview with the Vampire, right,
Is the movie.
So I was thinking change it up a little bit and go with interview with a Glampire.
There you go.
So it's a little different. Maybe I won't get sued. And I feel like it's a very fitting title.
Yeah. I mean, look at him. The Glampire.
But the reason that I'm kind of up in the air about, well, maybe I don't want to give too much about that away yet. Never mind. But I am up in the air about certain things because of certain plans that I have coming up, and I just don't know what I want to do yet. But in the time being, in the meantime, I'm going to be giving you guys some content regardless. Another reason to join Patreon. Yes, we're at 165 right now. That's crazy. I started thinking about that today. I was like looking at my Patreon and going through all the things I need to do, and I was like, man, there's 165 people who are signed up because they enjoy the content that I put out. That's crazy to me. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember when people told me that I wouldn't get 10. You know, like, thanks for being shitty about it, but.
I mean, I never said that.
No, not you.
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying. I remember when people did tell me, like.
Yeah, people always like to just hate on things that
they don't understand. They can't grasp and comprehend. Oh yeah, no, I'd never say that you would say anything like that because you've been one of the.
Like, go out there and do it.
Yeah, you've always been. I mean, honestly, like, give a big round of applause to Abel because there was times going through this journey that you were putting food on my table and paying my rent. And I mean, if it wasn't for you, I don't think I'd be where I'm at today.
Hey, I was happy to be a part of it. Like, I think when we first started hanging out, we like really hanging out. We really clicked.
Yeah.
And like, I fell in love with you as a person. You just became like really like one of my best friends right off the bat. So I never wanted to see you struggle or see you like give up on anything you wanted to do.
No, I appreciate that. And I mean, Mike too. Rubalcaba. When he moved in, it was a really hard time, I think, in my life because I just really wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I just knew that I didn't want to be miserable. So I was definitely struggling figuring that out. And I mean, you helped out a lot. And and I'll never forget when he took me, because I had an interview, I think at Ulta.
Oh yeah.
And he took me out to go buy me a button-up shirt. And he took me to H&M, and he was like, "Here you go. This is the one you need." And I was like, "Dude, this is like $65." He's like, "I don't care." I was just like, damn, dude. So he got me that, and then yeah, I mean, I still wear that black one to this day. I should probably give him $65.
Little interest.
Yeah, I'll give him $70, whatever.
Nice guy.
Yeah, but nah, dude, like that's Then you got me the job with Ewan and them. Abel, what a great guy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, pure.
For the ones that deserve it, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and that's one of the things that I talk about a lot. Is that I feel like regardless of talent or skill or of any of that with the bands that we're in, I really do feel like genuinely we've gotten lucky in a lot of aspects because both bands that we're in, we're surrounded by not only like amazingly talented musicians, but incredible humans. I mean, Brandon, Tristan, Brian, Josh, Rob, Marco, like all such amazing people.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like each one of them would be the same. They'd give you the shirt right off their back. Maybe not a $65 H&M shirt, but
yeah. They might have took you to like Ross.
yeah, maybe they might
still get something.
Yeah, right. They're like, hey, here's Walmart, Goodwill,
Factory to you.
Kohl's. Just kidding.
I'll take you to Kohl's. I still got a charge card.
There you go. Hell yeah.
I think I still got an employee discount there. I haven't worked there in like 10 years.
You did say that you were able to use that one time, right?
For a minute there. I even got stopped one time. Like I used it, and it automatically works with my charge card.
Yeah.
So there's nothing I can do about it. And I remember, they were like, "Oh, you work at Kohl's?" I was like, "Honestly, I don't." Like, "Oh, well, you're getting an employee discount." And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have to do something about it." Like, "Oh, well, that's fine if you guys got to do something." Like I've done this a bunch of times, and I'm always truthful. Like I don't work at Kohl's. Like,
Yeah.
I worked at Kohl's for like 3 years, and they went through and tried to like pull my discount off. And like they brought a manager out and everything, and the manager came and they were like, "There's really nothing we can do about it. Like,
Enjoy your discount."
Have a good day." I was like, "All right." I really try not to use it though, because I'm just like I do feel bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just like, "Hey, I don't know what to tell you guys. I haven't been on payroll for a minute." I have had like nightmares though, where like I get like a call like, "Hey, where you at for your shift at Kohl's?" And I'm like, "What am I doing on the schedule?
Like last week.
What? Why am I still there?"
I can hear Abel better on TikTok. Yeah, so on TikTok.
On TikTok.
You should be able to hear him really good on Twitch. Can you guys not hear him on Twitch?
Can you hear me on TikTok?
You should be able to hear him really good on the old Twitchy.
Hello.
I mean, talk real quick.
Hello. Talking.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah.
I am able to on Twitch. I can hear him. Okay. Well, it sounds like it's good. I haven't had any issues with it. Let me know, Haley, if it sounds better now. Now kiss. They said now kiss.
Now kiss.
Kiss. Sounds good to me.
I've come close. I still haven't nabbed him though.
Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. Is it me? I don't know. He sounds fine on Twitch. I just turned him up a little bit. Hopefully it's not too loud now, but he's not peaking, so should be good.
A little soft spoken. So
Sometimes.
yeah. Unless I'm like super hyped up.
It echoes. So I know it'll echo. If you notice coming away from the mic, you'll get a little bit of echo. But yeah, you'll get a lot of echo if you're away from it. But if you're up close, you won't get any echo. Two best friends in a room.
They might.
What's up, buddy? How goes it? Hey, how are you? It goes. It goes and goes and goes and goes. Can girls dehydrate it out there? I did see somebody mention earlier. Bear with me and forgive me. I forgot who and said what, but I did see something about wanting to be part of the Bat family. If you guys are interested in becoming a baby bat officially, come join us on Patreon. You guys can get in for as low as $5 a month. You guys get to support your favorite vampire here on the interwebs, and you guys get amazing perks for being part of the family. So if you're not already, head over to that Patreon at patreon.com/bokuwahyde and come be part of the fam. And then don't forget to check out Abel's Patreon too. Like I said, he's got 2 tiers right now, $1 and a $5. So help my boy out. This is he's new to the Patreon thing. He just got it started up. He's doing anime covers on YouTube. He's releasing songs on Spotify. What else? Do you think you'll ever take Abel the Third and do like live gigs at all? or is that not really something that you want to do?
I mean, I'd definitely like to. I mean, it'd be a little tough for my own original stuff, just because the singer I work with is out of the UK. I mean, obviously, I could probably like find somebody locally to like still like pull that off.
Yeah.
So I think that might be like an option in the future.
I mean, because I'm sure there's bands that do that,
Mm.
that have singers that sing on the albums but don't tour.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Right?
Mm.
Okay. So I mean, I definitely could see you doing something like that. So that is something that you would look forward to doing then.
Yeah, like if the right opportunity came up and everything like kind of fell in place, then I definitely like give that a go.
Yeah.
Or maybe just one day, just like, I mean, because I feel like my anime covers right now get a little more attention than like my original stuff does.
Yeah.
Maybe just do some like live anime covers and stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I mean, what was that old Russian dude that did all the covers on YouTube back in the day?
Oh, was that
Igor Preznikov.
yeah,
Preznikov, remember him?
Preznikov,
Yeah. I mean, shit, he was doing live tours, doing covers.
Mm.
So that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
So that'd be something definitely. I think maybe might be in the cards.
Yeah.
One day when I get enough songs done or something.
Well, you have almost 20,000 Facebook followers
Yeah.
or subscribers or likers or whatever. Likes.
Follows. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. So maybe if you can get 1% of them to join your Patreon, you'll have the funds to take Abel the Third on the road.
Yeah, right. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Let's see. You got. Let's just call it 20,000. What's 10% of 20,000? Is that 200?
Something like that.
Yeah. So
20% of that?
10% of your total.
10%?
Yeah. We. This is why we play music, because we're not mathematicians.
No.
We're not math musicians.
We're not. 2,000.
2,000?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So if you had, is it 2,000? Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause 10%.
Yeah. So if you had 2,000, no, geez, yeah. If you had $2,000 or 2,000 people paying $5 a month, yeah, you'd be able to take Abel the Third on the road. Oh yeah. 2K. And I would definitely go on the road with you.
Yes. You play guitar for me.
Or I'd create all your content for you.
You can do that too.
Yeah. We're also streaming on Twitch. Head over for the full experience. Yeah. Abel, I'll join yours after I get Hyde's Patreon fixed.
Sounds great.
There you go. That's Kim. Baby back Kim.
Thank you, Kim.
Oh, a bunch of sweethearts. Oh, so anybody have any questions for Abel? Anything you guys would like to know about Abel the Third, about his YouTube covers, about his Patreon? Do you have, this might be kind of a premature question, but do you have any plans of adding extra tiers or extra content to the tiers that you already have, or are you still kind of in that process of figuring out?
Still trying to figure it out, because, I definitely want to, if I'm going to add more tiers, definitely give a lot more. Like even coming with the first 2 tiers was kind of like, oh, I want something, just for people who like want to support me, they definitely get a lot from it.
Right.
And if you want to support me a little more, then that one still I'm trying to add to that, just so like people are really getting their like $5 worth.
For sure.
But definitely trying to brainstorm more ideas, more things to add, to see about adding maybe at least like 1 or 2 more tiers.
That'd be cool. Just kind of give them more stuff. Let's see. Where would you go if you could go anywhere?
Japan.
Any particular places in Japan?
I mean, you want to see all the major cities like Tokyo, Osaka.
For sure.
I mean, if we're there, we got to go see, Tsushima too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just want to see, just explore the lands I've explored on a video game.
Be the ghost.
Does my map make sense here?
How accurate is this? Which I've heard actually was very accurate.
Is it?
I've heard, yeah. What was your favorite band memory?
Favorite band memory?
Yeah.
Favorite band memory? That's a tough one. Like,
You've been in a lot of bands.
I've definitely been in a lot of bands. Like, because, like, thinking back, like, I think back to, like, some of my first bands, and, like, Mike Rubacaba, the guy we were talking about, me and him played in a band called Kingdom Fall together.
Right.
We used to jam in, our singers, like, it was, like, his dad's, like, warehouse, basically.
Uh-huh.
And I just remember, I crack up every time I think of this memory, just because our bass player is a bigger dude. He's like 6'2", 6'3", about the same size as Eric Smith, and you know Eric Smith. He's
Yeah.
a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
And he always used to pick on Mike, and he used to be like, "Oh, I can take you," like this and that. And one day he's like, "Fine, let's go." And it wasn't like a fight or anything, but he's like, "Hey, let's tussle a little bit." And Tom, my bass player, went to go grab Mike, and Mike just like sideswiped him. And I just remember the moment happening in like slow motion because like Tom lost his balance and was leaning forward.
Yeah.
And you just saw Mike like going in for like the kill. And I just like in slow mo, I picture Tom's face just saying, "Bitch." And then Mike just got him in a chokehold and just like yanked him back, and Tom tapped out.
Oh,
And,
wow,
like,
okay.
I die every time I think about the story. But there's definitely been a lot of fun times.
Oh yeah. Damn.
I mean, like some fun times and some like they weren't so fun at the moment, but then in retrospect you look back like, that was kind
Oh,
of funny.
absolutely. Yeah.
Like us carrying all of Marco's drums down to do the porcelain bone shoot
Oh god.
all the way down that like little like
Yeah.
hiking trail or whatever.
That's easily like a mile and a half,
Dude.
2 mile
That's the
walk
worst.
downhill to an overpass.
Yeah.
Under the overpass, yeah. Let's see. How was your day? I lost power this morning. Oh, that's rough. Rough. Oh, speaking of rough, Haley says, I have lots of ideas. Calendars are where it's at. Abel the Third plus puppies.
Plus puppies?
Yeah. Would you let me do a Abel the Third plus puppies photo shoot for a calendar?
I mean, I wish we would have done something like that when you had like all the puppy litters because
Well,
I
yeah.
loved all,
Dude, we had puppies.
all the Malamute puppies.
We had puppies.
It was one of my favorite times, and definitely like one of those like times you were just like, get them out.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Just the first litter, like that was bad, just because we had them all in the living room.
Yeah.
and,
We didn't know
like,
what we were doing at all.
Like that, the house is stunk.
Yeah.
But like, I was always just like hyped anytime like they started like running around, and I'm like, I'm just gonna grab.
I mean,
all
they
these
were cute
puppies
as
I
shit.
could.
Yeah, they were hella cute.
I love that. Those days were the best.
We had some good times. Makes you kind of like sad to get older.
Yeah.
We definitely had some good times back then.
Back in the 20s.
Yeah. Jeez. Listening to Jump by Van Halen all day long.
No.
No. Let's see. What is your favorite cover that you've done?
My favorite cover that I've done. I think that's in between the Paper Moon cover I did from Soul Eater, because I had a really kick-ass vocalist on there, Nikki Simmons. She came in and just like killed it on that. And then probably my Bleach Shokaku cover, because I've always been a big fan of that song.
That was a newer one that you did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you just did that one.
So I think it was
Haley, thank you for the subscribe, by the way.
a couple covers ago.
Okay. Is that the one that you showed
That was-
me when we were going to the gym?
Maybe, because that was
Nick
the first
did it.
one I did. I had Nick mix
Okay.
and master that.
Yeah.
And I was actually, like I was saying earlier, I was actually surprised because, I haven't really like promoted that too much, but I have over like 10,000 listens on my Spotify from putting out that cover. And
That's
I was
impressive.
Like, I was like, I didn't think, too many people were actually listening to this that much.
Now, are you getting like feedback on it, or can you get feedback on Spotify? Like, can people say anything about
No,
it?
but I've definitely got a lot of like cool comments on like my YouTube page where I posted the video and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely one of my more well-received covers.
That's so rad. By the way, I'm trying to find a particular photo again, but
What photo are you looking for now?
some of the puppies.
The puppies are so cute.
They so were. Abel, where are you playing next?
Playing in Hollywood with this guy at the end of the month.
It's true. He's not lying. Court.
No. We don't do that.
Yes, that's true. We are playing together at Bar Sinister in Hollywood. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up so I can supply kitties. Oh, we like kitties.
You enjoy the kitty cat.
Yes, we do. Let's see. I thought I was already subbed. Oh, it's all good. Hold on. Trying to catch up to some of these questions. Abel, what is your all-time favorite band out of the two bands you play?
So, like, do I like Lion Court more or do I like No Silence more?
I guess that's what the question is trying to say.
Ooh, that's tough. Because, like, I mean, love No Silence, but, like, been doing Lion Court for a bit longer.
I think the best way to answer it, probably for me anyways, is just that neither. I love them both because it's like comparing apples to oranges.
Yeah, definitely two different styles of music.
Absolutely.
for me, like, especially for me, like, I play guitar in line court. I do bass in no silence, which I love doing both.
Right.
I'm definitely more of a guitar player, but I enjoy playing bass. Like, I think when I first started playing music, I wanted to be a bass player before I wanted to be a guitar player. So I definitely enjoy that. And like you were saying earlier, we play with so many good dudes. It's really hard to like pick because there's different dynamics to both. But I mean, Lion Court's definitely like 100% has been like a second family for a long time. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I've lived with you. I live with our drummer Marco. We went to Josh's wedding. I've known Rob for a long time. Like
Well, you
Rob,
were in bands with Rob too.
I was in Cryptic Ruins with Rob.
Yeah.
I was in Cryptic Ruins with Marco. We did Beautiful Remains with Marco
And Beautiful Remains with Josh.
and with Josh. So there's definitely like a lot of history with that. But like getting together with the guys in No Silence, like again, that's just become like another family because
Yeah.
everybody's just so cool. Like I've known Brandon for a really long time, but I've never jammed with Brandon until recently.
Yeah.
Tristan and me played in a band together. I never met Brian before, but he's like so sweet. Like he just kind of
So easy to get along with.
like when I showed up for the music video, that was the first time when we did Breakaway
Yeah.
that I even met him.
Yeah.
And I just showed up just because I was like, oh, I'll do bass for the music video. If you guys didn't have a bass player at the time, and I was kind of like in between, kind of that phase of interested in the band but not officially a band member. So
Because you didn't actually intend on sticking around. You were just kind of filling in to help us out.
yeah, it was like a half and half thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
like I said, I knew you. Obviously we've been friends forever.
Yeah.
I knew Tristan, and then I knew Brandon. I didn't know Brian at all, but it was kind of like it worked out to where I just kind of like showed up. I learned the song, and I was like, oh, if you guys need somebody to do bass for this, I'll show up and do it.
Right.
Because Brandon was hyped on that, and then we started jamming, and eventually I was like, yeah, I'll do this.
Yeah, I remember them asking like, "Oh, do you think Abel will stick around and be part of the band?" I was like, "I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's something he's gonna want to do." But I remember being super super excited when you said that you. I mean, because I was already excited about the band. I had a lot of fun, and just being in that element with the same guys as Pain and Chaos. Because Pain and Chaos, we had a lot of fun. So I knew that this band would be the same, but having you in there with that mix would just be next level for me, So I'm really foreseeing a lot of good things for this band, as long as we can kind of get some wrinkles ironed out and
Yeah.
kind of get on that straightaway again. I mean, Pain and Chaos was playing like sometimes 2 shows a weekend. I mean, we were always busy, So I look forward to kind of having that same experience with No Silence. When did you know? When did you know your passion for music was your life journey? Gotta hit that puberty
Man.
voice. You know what I mean? When did you know your passion for music was your life journey?
That's tough because like for me, music kind of came out of like almost spite.
Yeah.
Because
Your dad?
Yeah, I tell the story. I had a lot of people when I first started like getting interested in like playing guitar and stuff. Like I was a slow learner. Like I did not learn like
Same.
right away. Like I couldn't tune my guitar. I knew how to like one string, like a couple like riffs. And that was like all I could do for like 2 years. So like I had a lot of people telling me like you can't do this, you're never gonna learn. And at that point I had a little bit of like angst in me, so I was kind of like, you know what? I've been told I can't do a lot of things, growing up, and this time I'm gonna stick with it. I learned, I picked it up from like hanging around with like a lot of people who were like a lot better than I was, and then the more I got learning, I just kind of fell in love. Like I used to just like love just sitting in my room for like 8 hours and
Sure.
just like looping stuff, jamming over stuff, just learning stuff, and so like, and I think it was watching a DVD of Korn playing at CBGB's. And I saw them just like jamming out at this like little, small place, iconic, but it's, not the biggest venue in the world.
Where was it?
CBGB's.
Mm.
It's an old, like really like famous place, and there's a lot of history there. And it was a little DVD of them playing there, and I was like, I want to do that. Like that looks like so cool. And the more I learned, I finally started getting into bands and got to play like shows, and it was just like the biggest rush for somebody like me because my mom will always say it to this day, like she was like, you were always like the shy, reserved kid. You were always in your room. You just played video games. You never really like talked to anybody. And then you you go out and play shows and you're like this whole different person. And it's like, it just kind of it came with the territory. Like
For
I
sure.
just really fell in love with that feeling and just being able to kind of like put something on that was like what was something that you were like keeping buried inside the whole time. And you just like let loose, and it's always been like for that rush. Just
Totally. It's kind of our drug of choice.
yeah, like don't drink, don't smoke, but that's always been like a high for me.
Yeah. I mean, because I will say that I feel like regardless of all the, just like anything worth, what is that saying? Anything worth fighting for or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of the same thing. Is even though sometimes there's some frustrations that come with, being in bands, sometimes being in two bands.
Yeah.
That's something I get asked a lot always too. Is how hard is it being in two bands? And fortunately, in our case, it's not too hard. But anyways, my point being is that I feel like regardless of all that, at the end of the day, once we get up on that stage and people are singing the songs back or whatever the case may be, or we get off stage and other bands we play with are like, damn, you guys are really good. It all just like it all makes everything worth it.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot of times that I have to remind myself too, hey, this is why I put myself in the position. I know we've talked about this before too, but this is why I put myself in the position that I'm in right now, so I have the freedom to do these things. And sometimes I catch myself feeling like, oh man, this is like so much more work than it's worth. I've got too many things going on between the bands and the streaming and the Patreon and the photography business. And sometimes I'm just like, do I really want to do all of this? And then I have to stop and remind myself, like, when we get up on that stage, there's that high that you're talking about. And it's just like, boom, dude, it's just so worth it.
Yeah. 100%.
So, yeah, I don't know the CBGBDBs. Or whatever it was.
CBGBs.
Yeah, CBGBs. Where's that at?
I think it's on the East Coast.
Okay. Oh my God, you were a choir kid too. You were a choir kid?
I was a choir kids?
I don't know. Somebody said something about being a choir kid.
Like an angel? A little angel?
Yeah, you're a little angel. Hey, look, we've been on live for 2 hours and 11 minutes. Speaking of 211.
Just trying to hit it.
We got to get those that 211 patrons on Patreon for my birthday on 211. I need to hear you sing, Mom. And by the way, I call all my closest friend Mom and Dad. Wait, who you calling Mom?
Yeah, who's Mom?
I don't know.
I
wasn't in the choir. Yeah, Abel does the backup vocals.
I do backup vocals, but I definitely wasn't in the choir.
No. Let's see. Will you guys be watching the Super Bowl? I won't.
Is that this weekend?
I don't know.
I think I might, just because it's around my dad's birthday's this weekend.
Oh, so you'll go visit him and probably watch it.
I think we might be getting together for something.
Nice.
But, I don't watch sports, so I don't even know who's playing.
Like go sports ball team, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Fizzy? How's it going? Sunday is birthday boy. That's me.
Yeah.
Ravana, do you not see her? Oh, Ravana. Oh, you were talking to her. She was a choir girl.
Oh, she was a choir girl.
Abel is about as much of an angel as I am. Abel's actually quite literally an angel.
I mean, it was my birth name.
That's why I said quite literally. You're an angel.
My legal birth name was Angel.
Yeah.
It's not anymore though.
True. That's right. You had it changed.
In high school.
Yeah. Man, I don't care about football, hockey, and baseball are my main sports. I never really got into sports. I played baseball. You didn't play sports, huh?
No, never did. I was a really like unathletic kid. Like I was. You always had that kid who finished the mile last.
That was you?
Me. Like everybody waiting, like, come on, Abel.
Yeah.
Just finish the freaking mile. I was walking it.
Yeah. That's so funny because I was the opposite of that spectrum. I had to be one of the first. Because I was a runner though. Like I did cross country and stuff, so it was like part of the ego.
Yeah.
Of all that was like, I gotta have that fast mile. I think my fastest mile was like 5:56 or something like that.
I was the husky kid, and I told you the story before. I mean, they made me do hurdles one year for like track and field, just because we didn't do like sports, but just in like the K through 8 school I did, they always would compete with the other teams.
Yeah.
Like, the other schools like Shiloh and stuff, and so we do like the track and field, and I'd be always like, shot put, discus, and they're like, you need a third event. I'm like, why? Because we only have 16 students. That's why. So you need a third event.
You got to do something.
And I was like, I think they made me do hurdles one year, and I came in third.
Nice.
Out of 3. Dude,
Damn.
like it wasn't even fair. It wasn't even like funny. Like I was like, I remember like the other kid was like another kid from my class, and the other dude, I think some kid from one of the neighboring schools, and they're like gazelles, just like jumping over these things, all graceful. I made it over
Gazelles.
one. The second one I knocked over. The third one I tried to jump and I knocked it over, and then I just started pushing him over. I was like, I don't even care.
Yeah.
I'm just like pushing.
You're just pushing him
I
over,
was like,
bro?
"Just
Not even
making
jumping,
a,
just
making
whatever.
a fool out of me.
That's hella funny.
I still got my ribbon though. Third place.
It's a
ribbon.
participation trophy.
Hey, you know, it was only 3 people, so I got my ribbon.
I was listening to your band today, and I showed it to my mom, and she loved it. Well, tell your mom thanks from me and Abel, because no matter what band it was that you were showing her, it was both of our band. Let's see if she did. Oh, there was something else. Oh, for you guys on Twitch, just because I want to tie back to this conversation, just briefly. Look what I found. This is what we were talking about.
Oh, the puppies.
Look at them.
Which litter was that?
Second.
Second litter?
Yeah, that's on the top left, closest to my face. That was Baby. Remember Baby?
Little Lexi?
No, the black and white one that was sitting up.
Oh, yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
I was obsessed with her because I was like, if she's black and white like Dad, but has Mom's eyes, I have to keep this dog. But yeah, that was those were our little babies. That was our second litter. Yeah.
Those were always fun times.
Oh yeah.
Minus the snow.
Yeah. That one was outside though.
Yeah.
That one was better.
We learned from the first time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that first time was gnarly. God,
Dude.
such a disaster. I mean, fortunately, remember Christine came over and helped me clean that all up.
Yeah.
I was so thankful for that because like I would not have known what to do. And she was a mom, so she had that all down. She was like, dude, this is not that big of a deal. But yeah. Damn. It was the band Painting Chaos, and I was listening. Oh yeah. So you're talking about my old band. So never mind. Abel wasn't in that.
Definitely wasn't.
Abel was just the reason I decided to be in that band. And once more, I have one request. Can Abel look into the camera and say, I am your father, like Vader?
Like Vader? Like Darth Vader?
No.
I don't know. He had a mask on.
What other Vader is there? Can I change your voice in here? No, I
I
can't.
don't think so. I can't even get that deep. Like,
Oh, you can get deep.
I am your father.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
That's all I got.
So now if you're not already, head over to Abel's Patreon. Check him out on patreon.com/Abel the Third. Go give him a follow or a subscribe. You guys can literally subscribe to Abel for $1 or $5. I'd suggest checking out the $5. Abel is going to go back to his computer tonight and make sure he sets up his annual.
Yes.
So you guys can subscribe annually and get a discount for signing up. But yeah, make sure you support him. Get on over to his Patreon, patreon.com/Abel the Third. 10 patrons. So you gained 7 patrons today.
Sick.
That's not a bad
You
night.
again. I appreciate it.
The $5 tier is so worth it, says Emily. Witchy Librarian says annually. Yes, annually, not anally.
No, not that.
That was supposed to be a colon, not a sad face. Colon, sad face. I mean, whatever.
Oh my god. Hell of a conversation. Master.
Did he come back?
He's just been chilling here for days.
Tato, come here. Come say hi to the stream.
I don't think so.
He says, nah, I'm good. Lady Ravana also says the $5 tier is so worth it. Not the noise.
Do it.
That's the noise.
The Predator.
He said, nah, Dad. Well, I still liked the music. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That was a fun band. I definitely miss the times we had in that band for sure.
Yeah.
And we all came. Heyo. Hyde's mating call. Yeah, that's the summoning the waterfalls.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Love the noise. It really is worth the $5.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
See, the more $5, the $5 tiers that Abel has, the more tattoos he can come with me to get.
What?
Gotta get
one
you.
tattoo.
I know we need to get you some more. Is what I'm saying.
One and done.
Nah. Back in your live. Hi from Ohio. Hello. Hello. Ada. 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 There's that a Japanese girl that I follow that does it all the time. There's this Japanese girl on TikTok that I follow and Instagram, and she literally just sounds like she would be like the perfect anime villain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll have to send her to you because like everything she does is just so like antagonist.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I'll have to send you her profile. She's really cool. We came again. Well, you're welcome. That's what I'm here for. Let's see, Lucifer. Keep telling you we need those hand towels.
Hand towels.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. I'm going back to my last subject or my last thought because last year or at the end of the year I did the calendars. I'm sure you saw those.
Yes.
I think that'd be a cool thing for your patrons for us to do.
Calendar?
Like, yeah, throughout the year, like
With
we
the
could
puppies.
maybe December at the end of the year you get
Puppies.
with puppies. We'll have to just go find Abel the third puppies.
Yeah, somebody's got to have it.
Or like we can put all the puppies in the shape of like your logo. That'd be cool.
That'd be something.
That'd be funny. And just do like an over the head or overhead shot. Now Abel needs to ara.
I don't do
I don't do ara boy. I'm having so much fun. Well, good. Good. Still waiting on the towels. I know they want hand towels.
Hand towels.
Yeah. Caution: the first 3 rows might get wet. Well. Hyde's mind is still working. Yeah, Hyde's mind is actually kind of shutting down.
Is it?
I'm getting a little tired. I don't know why. Not that I'll go to bed anytime soon. I just started thinking like all the things that I need to do.
Oh, and then you're just like overwhelmed.
Yeah, like all of a sudden I just went into like a reboot because I was thinking about like I've got some new patrons that signed up that I have to do postcards for. I went down to the post office today, and I bought a bunch of stamps. I didn't realize
So that's what you're doing out there.
that was part of the
Part
reason
of
I was
it,
out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Probably picking some stuff or dropping some
Yeah.
stuff off.
So because my birthday's coming up, it's pretty much like almost every day I've had something in the PO box. You know,
Yeah.
like either little cards or like little gifts or whatever. Amazon wishlist stuff. Actually, no, I take that back. The Amazon wishlist stuff comes straight to my house. But what music do you all like? What are your favorite bands? Well, I know I feel I'm pretty confident in saying your absolute favorite band is Ice Nine Kills.
Right now, they're definitely like
Yeah.
they've definitely become like one of my favorite bands over the last few years.
Yeah. Okay, out of history, like if you had to go and pick one band to go see, whether they're dead or not, who would you go see?
Oh, that's messed up. Why, like, who does that?
Who does that? I does that.
I couldn't even answer that just because I've had so many like musical back and forths. You know me, like I'm a big power metal guy.
Right.
So that'd be me having like to throw all my power metal things.
Yeah.
But then comparing it to like bands that I like now.
Yeah.
And then like I'm a big like mid 2000s like metalcore kid.
Well, I felt like it was too easy to say if you could pick any band now, you'd probably say Ice Nine Kills, right?
I mean I've seen them already, so
So would it be a different answer?
like I definitely like to see them again.
Let's see
the
that.
album.
Well, there you go. Okay. So if it was a band traversing through all time, though, would it still be them?
I'd love to go back. Probably. That's tough.
I go from Patsy Cline to Slipknot. That's pretty broad.
There's a lot of stuff I wish I would have saw. Like if you asked me to like pick like 3 that I wish I could go back and see like at that moment.
Yeah.
It'd be like one, which is totally out there, but I have to say it is City and Color. I would have loved to see them when they were doing like their Bring Me Your Love stuff.
I remember when you were on that kick for a minute.
Yeah, like, that's always kind of been a back and forth. Like, I talk about all the time, that was like my mental breakdown music.
Right.
Like, I went through a whole thing when I was in my 20s, buzzed my hair off, sold all my gear, didn't listen to anything but City and Color and Damien Rice.
Yeah.
Until like I eventually found my way back to like metal.
Yeah.
But there's still like big moods for me, like just they just hit a certain vibe for me. And so I would have loved to see Dallas Green do like all of Bring Me Your Love like live.
Yeah.
That's just something I wish I could have seen. Another I'd love to go back and see Killswitch Engage with Howard Jones doing like the End of Heartache tour.
Yeah.
Like that's something I'd love.
You never did see them?
No.
Oh,
like
okay.
I've seen. No, I don't even think I've seen Killswitch. Like I've seen Like the Torch with Howard Jones.
Okay.
But I missed like all that. And actually, I would have loved to see when Phil Labonte did the whole Kill Switch Engage.
Oh
tour.
yeah.
I think that would have been cool.
Yeah,
But
that's actually how I found them. Or no, not Phil, but Howard.
oh yeah.
Yeah, when I found Killswitch Engage for the very first time, it was because I was on at Warped Tour actually, and that's when I saw them. I was like, "Wow, who is this band?"
Yeah.
And they sound really good, but I wasn't into that kind of stuff at all.
Yeah.
But go ahead, continue.
And then I think still waiting for a comeback one of these days. Like I'd love to see Shadows Fall.
Okay, I never listened to them.
Yeah, like they were a big like one of those like mid 2000s band that I was like super like into.
Okay, so you said City of Color,
City of Color, or
Kill
City
Switch?
Color, Kill Switch Engage,
City in Color,
City and Color.
City and Color, City and Color, Killswitch Engaged, and Shadows Fall.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to pick one of those bands, you could only see one of those bands. Which one are you picking?
Probably Kill Switch Engage doing the End of Heartache.
Yeah.
Just like that era, when they were just like at the peak.
Yeah.
I wish I would have like seen it. It kind of bums me out too because like I was supposed to see Shadows Fall too way back in the day, but a bunch of stuff happened and I ended up missing out on the show. And
Now, were they kind of As It Lay Dying?
they were in that whole like they called it like the Boston metalcore movement, so
Okay.
very like much in the same realm, mid 2000s, like Kill Switch, As I Lay Dying, a little more moody though. Like their songs were a bit different than like everybody else.
They certainly didn't get as big.
No. Like they definitely had their hype,
Yeah.
but they weren't like in the limelight as much as the rest.
Is that because they stopped playing, or
I think it was just more like maybe a little to do with like the singing. It was a little different than everybody else. Like when you listen to Kill Switch, you obviously had the really harsh vocals, and then you had like the really really clean vocals.
Yeah.
Same thing with like All That Remains. You had really harsh vocals. You had really clean vocals. Shadows Fall had like more of like a really like dirty vocal style, like for the majority of it.
All That Remains too? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't. Yeah, you said them, and I didn't think about them.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
were because Phil Labonte,
Yeah.
like This Calling and stuff. It did have like those really big choruses.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I remember them, but I never listened to them. They didn't play at Warped Tour, did they?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Because I mean, I felt kind of surprised that As I Lay Dying and Killswitch Engage were at Warped Tour when I saw them.
I mean, they were just at the top of their game like
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah. And that was 2007, I believe. 2006, 2007. Good times.
Yeah.
Good music. I mean, I look back on a lot of that stuff that I didn't listen to then, and I listen to it now, and I'm like, man, I don't know why I didn't listen to this back then. But back then, I was super 80s metal. It was either 80s hair bands or X Japan or
Yeah.
nothing. I didn't listen to anything outside of that stuff. I didn't like anything outside of it, and I wouldn't listen to it. But really good bands.
Yeah. Definitely like my bread and butter back then.
Yeah. Let's see. Come on, Abel, say something to get the juices flowing, Dad.
What? Juice is flowing.
Jesus, Haley, or something. What's your style so I don't get it wrong? My style?
Your stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you've said it pretty well.
Oh,
before.
like my style of like clothing or dressing and
Very
stuff
alt.
like that. Yeah, I guess the closest thing would be like alt. I don't really like consider myself goth or emo. Definitely not. But I'm old. I used to rock out to King Diamond, Cooper, Ozzy. So I've listened to Cooper. I definitely have listened to Ozzy. I never listened to King Diamond. I know you have.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, because I think I've actually heard that name from you. Yeah, so it's definitely not something I'm familiar with. Being an old head, I got to see the death of hair rock and the birth of grunge. It was a cool time. That's always a painful one for me. I didn't care. Like the '90s hit, and there was nothing I liked from the '90s. Really? No, I mean, not really. Like Alice in Chains, but I don't really even consider them a '90s band. I mean, because they kind of got their start. Skid Row, they got their start in the '80s, but they were kind of considered a '90s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think Skid Row is kind of a weird one because they were more of a '90s band that got a start in the '80s, but they were still considered an '80s hair metal band. So I don't know. But yeah, I didn't listen to like Foo Fighters or definitely not Nirvana.
Yeah, I listened to a lot of Nirvana.
Did you?
Just because, like, when I went to Delhi High School, like I said, I learned a lot of guitar from playing with guys who were a lot better than me.
Yeah, sure.
And two guys that were like really stood out to me in high school were my friend Luis Barrera,
Right.
and then this other guy, Matt Melville. And Luis Barrera was playing like everything like Metallica, he was playing just a lot of the cool like older stuff. But then he was really into a lot of the same stuff that I started getting into, like Shadows Fall, Children of Bodom. But Matt Melville literally could play like every single Nirvana song.
Oh wow.
So I remember thinking that was really cool because back at the time I was really impressed by anybody who could like do a lot of stuff like that.
Sure.
And so like him just like knowing like how to play like every Nirvana song I thought was super cool. So I hung around him a lot. They became like my two best friends. So I'd always be at one of their houses like all the time.
Yeah.
So I listened to a lot of Nirvana because of Matt.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I had one Nirvana CD. Okay, so I don't know if any of you guys remember or if you remember. I think we've talked about this before, but I had this big stereo, and you could push the bottom of it, and it had a carousel of CDs.
Okay, yeah.
Do you remember this
I
at all?
remember those, yeah.
Yeah, so it had a 51 CD carousel.
Archaic technology.
Right, yes. You're like, what's a CD? Haley's like, what's a CD, Dad? But you could set a slot, right? So you could say every morning at 6 a.m., because I'm getting ready for school or whatever, pick CD number 32 and play that one as my alarm.
Yeah.
And I always picked this Nirvana CD that I had because it was like live from somewhere, I think Canada or something.
Okay.
But the first track that started up was like the most annoying, god awful noise. I don't know what it was, but it was like live, maybe like feedback or effects or something, but it was disgusting. And I always picked that one because it woke me up, because it came in and the CD would like fade in, and I always set the volume to be pretty loud. So it was so terrible and so loud that it made me jump out of bed every morning to go shut it off. And I purposely set my stereo across the room. That way when it woke me up, I had to get up, run across the room, shut the thing off, and now I'm up to get ready for school or whatever, you know what I mean? Because I hated that song and that album.
Hey, that works.
It did work. Dave is so much better in Foo Fighters. Yeah, I don't really follow Foo Fighters or Nirvana, so I'm not too familiar. I did meet the drummer from Foo Fighters when I was up with Steel Panther in Seattle, and he was not a very friendly guy. No, everybody was like, "Oh, he's super super cool," and I was like, "He's kind of a dick the whole day." Kind of bummed me out.
It was just been a bad day.
Hopefully, yeah. The old vinyl, good call. This is why he hates Nirvana. I don't know. I mean, I did have that CD, but it's not like I went out and bought the CD myself. I never in any of my years of life would have gone out and bought a Nirvana CD. Let's see. Nirvana was oversold in my opinion, but the vocal styles and guitar tunings were birthed. Did they not play? Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about them, honestly.
They experimented around a little bit.
Yeah. I know Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirit" song better because of Weird Al and his version of it than I do Nirvana's song, which I've actually been listening to a lot of Weird Al again lately.
I know you've been bringing him up a bit more.
Yeah, like I've been on a Weird Al kick again. I grew up with Weird Al, though. That was like one of my favorite artists for a very long time. Do you have a record player? I don't. I have a bunch of vinyls, though.
Do you?
I do, but I don't have a record player. You guys do, don't you? Marco does, doesn't he?
Marco does.
Yeah.
He started collecting vinyls.
I wonder if I should just give him all the vinyls I have. Yeah,
I only own like one vinyl.
The Aussie one, huh?
I don't have that one anymore.
Oh, what'd you do with it?
I forgot what happened.
I remember that was on top of this desk when it was in your room. Oh my God, yeah, that's right. This desk has seen some things.
Oh, yeah.
It actually sat right there on that corner of that desk. Remember?
Yeah.
Yep. So which one do you have now?
I have the Ice Nine Kills album.
Oh, okay. But you don't know what happened to the Aussie one.
I don't remember.
It was the one with the girl and the leather pants and
it
like a
was
dragon
the
or something,
Ultimate
right?
Sin.
Yeah, Ultimate Sin. Okay. I always remember that because that's the one Caitlyn has tattooed on her.
Yeah.
On her arm, I think. Slipknot. Do y'all like? I don't listen to him. Do you listen to him?
I was a big like older Slipknot fan. You know, like Iowa was like an album I listened to back and forth back in high school. And actually, funny enough, that was another like live DVD I remember watching that a friend of mine in high school let me borrow. He was like, "Hey, check this out." You know, I started getting Slipknot, and he gave me Disaster Pieces.
Yeah.
That was another live DVD that I just remember thinking like, I want to do that. Like that looks so cool. So Iowa was a big one for me. What was it? Subliminal Verses. I remember listening to a lot. That was had like Vermilion and stuff on it.
I remember that song.
Yeah, that was a big one. And then I push my finger into my.
Oh yeah, that's the name of that song.
I forgot. No, that song. I don't remember. Duality. That was.
Oh yeah, Duality.
Yeah,
okay.
that was.
Oh yeah, that was like definitely high school times.
That was off of Subliminal Verses, and then of course I forgot what the name of the album was before Iowa, but that was a really good album too. it wasn't like their debut album, but it was like their first like major release debut album.
Yeah.
So I listened to a lot of Slipknot back in high school.
Yeah, I never did. Again, that was that during that time where people were listening to that kind of stuff, and I was just like,
Yeah,
80s hair metal or die.
I mean, I was a big new metal kid in high school too.
Yeah.
Like right prior to
Korn,
like
stuff like that.
prior to like my senior year, like I was big into like Korn, Slipknot, even like Cold Chamber, Static X.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, I didn't listen to any of those bands.
Yeah. So I was really big into like a lot of new metal stuff. So
Crazy. Yeah, I remember going through high school, like watching MTV, and people were watching like all these new bands. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was into like Good Charlotte and bands like that for a hot second. Like, I didn't care for Blink 182, but I did really like Sum 41 because they did come out that one song that was like it kind of had like a really heavy drop D tuning.
Sum 41 had actually some pretty cool.
They had
riffs.
some really cool stuff. Yeah, the guitar player was actually surprisingly good.
I remember them jamming out like some Metallica sometimes.
Yeah.
Or, like Iron Maiden.
Yeah, like they were a good band. But I just didn't really care too much for too much of the pop punk stuff.
Yeah, I mean same. Like I didn't like I really like kind of jumped from like, the same stuff everybody was listening to that was a little heavier, like Linkin Park,
Yeah,
System of a Down,
Papa Roach.
a little Disturbed.
No, yeah, just
And then I just dove like straight into like new metal in high school.
yeah.
And then I started getting into like all the older stuff like Megadeth, Metallica, Ozzy. And then like right after that I was like mid 2000s metalcore. And then I was like power metal. Like power metal was like I ate, breathe, just, like it was
Everything
all,
power.
power
All
metal.
the Dragon songs.
Like everybody would be like, "What's your favorite band?" I'd be like, "Firewind." Like what?
But that's where Gus G was, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Firewind. Yeah.
SG was Firewind, Dream Evil.
Pearl Jam. Never got into Pearl Jam. I was not into the '90s thing. Pearl Jam. What was the other ones? There was like the three bands. Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, and who was the other one? Wasn't there another one?
Austin James, Nirvana.
Was it? Nirvana probably was in that. Yeah, I didn't care for that stuff.
I really didn't get into them too much either.
Yeah.
Like
30 Seconds to Mars. No. Pre-Black Album, Metallica.
yeah,
Probably more up your alley.
Yeah, like I said in high school, like my dad was always kind of into Metallica, and then funny enough, actually, like I think I've heard Metallica before, but I don't think I really became aware of who Metallica was until around the time they released like Saint Anger, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, like
Way
I heard-
later.
Yeah, I definitely like heard the songs.
Yeah,
But I couldn't tell you like what Metallica was.
right.
I just remember my dad having Saint Anger, and I remember seeing the DVD. I was like, "Oh, this is kind of neat." I was still kind of fresh, so I didn't bash on Saint Anger like
Sure.
a lot of people were at the time. But then, like right after that, then I remember like reading like Guitar World magazine. They had like Master of Puppets listed as like one of the best like guitar albums of all time. And so then I went backwards, and I got Master of Puppets, loved it. That's like my all-time favorite Metallica album. And then I went back and listened to Ride the Lightning, loved it. Kill 'Em All, loved it. And then, I kind of went forward. I don't think I ever really got into Injustice for All. I like one about as much as the next guy.
Is that older stuff or is that
Yeah.
newer?
Injustice for All?
Yeah.
Older. That's where one came from. So
Oh,
One was
okay,
off
okay,
of that
okay.
album.
Okay.
Blackened was off of that album. But I never really got into that one. Black Album was cool. I don't hate on it.
See, I was gonna say unpopular opinion, but that was always my favorite one. That was the first one I heard too. I didn't get into the thrash stuff though. My dad just had Black Album because my dad had this whole huge thing of CDs, and that's where I kind of got my music from.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
listening to his CDs. But Black Album was the Metallica I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely had like a weird like split on Metallica because,
Yeah.
like I said, the first Metallica song I really remember was "For Whom the Bell Tolls."
Okay.
Because
Good song. Good song.
when my mom married my dad, his brother had a drum set and he would jam out to that song sometimes. So I
Okay.
remember like I didn't really know that was Metallica at the time, but later on revisiting it, like I was like, oh, I always really dug that song. But then I went to like Saint Anger, thought it was kind of cool. Went back, found Master Puppets, thought that was like amazing, and then I went through the first like 3 albums and was like, oh, this is definitely the Metallica I enjoy a little more.
Right.
And the Black Album was always cool too, just because it was around the time. I would hear it and I didn't have like a real bias on like, I wasn't like too like into music to be like, oh, this sucks versus like the earlier work. I was just like, oh, this is cool. Like it's all cool.
I feel like you've got the metalheads, and the musicians that like the older Metallica for what it is, kind of like what we were talking about earlier. But then you got the Black Album, which was a little bit more of the mainstream kind of radio-friendly Metallica
Yeah, yeah.
that made money,
And like,
sold out, I guess is what people would call it.
and I can definitely get the mindset because
Sure.
it's like hearing a band that we've grown with.
Yeah.
Like in my case, I could say that about like All That Remains. Like going back and listening to like old All That Remains, I was a big like This Darkened Heart fan.
Yeah.
And then Fall of Ideals, with like This Calling, Six, and all that. That was great. Like All That Remains.
Such good songs.
And then when they came out with what was it, Overcome. That
Oh
was
yeah.
with, like 2 weeks. And all,
Yeah.
like their bigger hits.
Yeah.
Like even that, like especially like the guitar work, it was amazing. And then you fast forward a little bit to a couple albums later, and like War You Can't Win and stuff, it really got watered down.
Yeah.
So I could see how that could be like a similar vibe where you had like the old thrashier, heavier, more aggressive stuff, and then they really like dropped it down to like, oh, let's just make some radio friendly songs.
Well, even Bullet
Bullet too, yeah.
did the same thing, because they were like, I mean, which to be fair, what was their first album?
Poison.
Was it The Poison? I think.
Poison was like their first like major release.
Yeah, it had like Room 409 or whatever and all that stuff.
Suffocating Under Words of Sorrow.
I mean,
Tears Don't Fall.
Yeah, I mean, I liked that album. I thought it was a good album. Like, that's where I got my start with them. But I think, and then the next one was Waking the Demon,
Screaming Fire.
Screaming Fire, which is where that song was at.
Yeah.
Liked that album. I thought there was a lot of really cool things on there. But again, kind of historically here, I think my favorite Bullet from my Valentine album was Fever.
Mm.
And that's kind of where things got a little bit more mainstreamy.
Yeah, like half and half. Like,
yeah,
I still
like
feel
it
like
wasn't
there's-
still very. It wasn't like thrashy kind of metal.
Yeah, I think if you compare that, like, that would be almost like a similar transition, kind of like the way most bands work. Like, with Metallica, when people think about, like, pre-Black Album or whatever, it's
Right.
the first four, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master Puppets, and Justice for All. And they're all still, like, there's a progression there, they get a little more refined.
Right.
Almost a little more radio-friendly, like, towards the end, but not quite until you get to, like, the Black Album.
Yeah.
And even with Bullet, like, I still feel like Fever is in their zone where it's, like, borderline. Because then you get to, like, Gravity or whatever, and it's very, very, like,
Yeah.
more radio play, like,
Right.
type of songs.
Yeah. Still some good songs on there though.
Yeah, there's still, still a couple good ones. But, you definitely compare that to, like, old Bullet. And then you're having, like, the same type of things come up, like, oh, where are the guitar solos? Where are the riffs? Where's the double bass? And, that's
Yeah.
kind of like the same progression.
What the fuck is this?
What is it? Tristan, poor guy.
Fever wasn't bad. I hated Temper though. Yeah, I think that's kind of a general consensus on Temper. I don't think too many people liked that.
I didn't, like, hate it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not, like, one of my favorites.
Avenged Sevenfold I never got into.
I definitely got into Waking the Fallen, City of Evil.
Waking the Fallen was their first one.
Yeah, the first, like, major release. Well, Sounding the Seventh Trumpet was their first one.
Yeah.
But Waking the Fallen was what really, like, got them on hype. And I think I remember, like, really coming across that. I mean, everybody and their mom was playing Unholy Confessions.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think the first real Avenged Sevenfold song I remember was Chapter 4 because it was on, like, a Madden game.
I do remember the name of that song, but I don't remember which one it was. I did listen to that album. I will say.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I did listen to that one a lot.
So, like, I really enjoyed that album.
Yeah.
And then City of Evil I really dug just because I remember, like, being in high school and seeing, like, what was it, Bat Country,
Mhm.
just with, like, the whole, like, dual guitar solos and everything. I thought, like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So I got into it for that. But I think those were the only two albums I really, like, dove into. I think after that, I really, like, kind of fell off the boat. I'd catch a song here and there. Obviously, when Nightmare came out,
Oh yeah.
post Rev dying, and they had
Thank you, Teresa.
what was it, Dream Theater drummer Mike Portnoy.
Mike Portnoy. Yep.
I thought it was kind of cool, and I was playing in Kingdom Fall at the time, and my drummer was a big Rev fan, so he was, like, always, like, jamming out, like, some really cool, like, drum parts from,
Yeah.
like, all the old Avenged Sevenfold stuff. So I dug them, but I never was like a big, like, diehard Avenged Sevenfold fan. I just think they're a cool band.
Yeah, I got more into. I never got into them as a band, but they had a couple songs that I thought were really cool. But what was the Hail to the King?
Yeah.
And then there was another one. I think both of them were on like the Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
And I thought
And that
those were-
was, I think that was, like, even post Nightmare.
Yeah. These were more recent than
Like
Nightmare.
Shepherd of Fire and stuff.
I think it was Shepherd of Fire actually. Yeah.
And that's when people started, like, really complaining that they started sounding like just like, oh, they basically ripped off, like, old Metallica. And,
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I know Josh is like really big on them.
Mm.
But I just never really got into them. Dude is dead on accurate. Yeah, Abel definitely knows his music stuff for sure.
So,
For sure.
definitely just my own stuff for sure.
Nightmare is my favorite Avenged album. I think it's absolutely flawless, front to back. So, who's your favorite early '80s band album? Mine is Motley Crue, Theater of Pain.
Early '80s band album?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
What band and album? My mind jumped straight to. I don't know how accurate this really is, but my mind jumped straight to Cinderella, Night Songs.
Cinderella.
Yeah, did you ever listen to them at all?
A little bit. Like I had. What was the one with? I had just that one album with Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone.
I think that was Night Song. Maybe not Night Songs. It might
I
have
feel
been.
like it might have been later.
I think it was actually. I think it was the album after.
Mm.
Because oh god, I can't even think of what songs were on that album now. I do always remember the album, like the picture standing out to me. Like they were all standing there. They had like the purple background and stuff. And I was like, this is bitchin'.
Yeah, see, this is tough for me because like, obviously I want to say like a glam band.
Yeah.
But for me, it's probably like something like Iron Maiden.
Sure, sure.
I'm a big like the '80s stuff for me is like Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Old Priests.
I mean, they still had some good stuff back then too, though.
Mm.
Jeez, Trooper.
Yeah.
That was the name of the album, right?
No, just a song.
Oh, okay. I don't know too much about Iron Maiden. Although, you remember Kyle,
Yeah,
Elliot? So in high school, him and I played music all the time together. And that was actually one of the bands that we played a lot of their songs. I have to say that I did like a lot of Iron Maiden stuff back then. They had some really cool songs.
Guitar work.
Yeah, totally.
Like, and for me, Maiden was a big one because my dad's favorite band in like high school was Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
And so we kind of have this thing where I've always like bought him like an old like Iron Maiden vinyl like every Christmas to kind of like build back the collection he used to have.
Yeah.
So I've definitely gone through a lot of that stuff. And I remember, I think the first time I really listened to him was in high school because I knew he liked them. I bought him like the Essential Iron Maiden, greatest hits like CD. I bought it for him, and he really didn't like listen to it too much because he was, he's a little older, so he doesn't really like listen to it as much.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing it sit around a little bit, and one day I was just like going to school, and I had my, I'd take my little CD player with me, and I just grabbed it, and I was like,
Little
I
Walkman.
want to check this out, and then like I fell in love, like even with the newer, like some of the newer stuff, like Rainmaker and stuff. But then when you got to like this too, and it was like, the Trooper, Fear of the Dark, 2 Minutes to Midnight,
Oh, such
Aces High.
Yeah.
Like, there was just like so many great songs, and the guitar work was
Where
all
Eagles
amazing.
Dare. That was another
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cool one. Yeah. I just found Falling in Reverse. I don't know how, but never heard of them before this week. I've always liked Falling in Reverse. I wouldn't say they're like one of my favorite bands, but I think Ronnie's a really good writer. I think we all need Abel's craziest story.
My craziest story?
Craziest
Like, what's
story.
my craziest story?
I don't know. That's what we want to know. What's your craziest story?
I mean, I almost died.
Car accident?
Car accident.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's two times like that. There was the time where I rolled my car was definitely crazy. I think one of the craziest times that I will remember, like, was it was me, my buddy that I would keep talking about, Luis Barrera,
Yeah.
who was like a big guitar player, big guitar dude for me. My friend Koo, our friend Leah,
Yeah.
and then no, I don't even think it was Leah. It was me, Koo, Lewis, and a couple other friends. We all went to Fresno for to see this band called Light the City, and a really cool band. Very had like just that metalcore vibe. They had a badass chick singer. She was just
Okay.
like a big screamer, and they had some really cool stuff. And I remember we were all big fans of the band. We heard they were playing in Fresno, so we decided to go out there. Went out there, had a great time. We were
Sure.
moshing, just throwing down, circle headbanging
Having a
with
good time.
all the hair back in the day. And then
Yeah, you did have a lot of hair back in the
Yeah,
day.
I used to be like all about that.
Yeah.
And, then eventually it's gone.
Stop growing.
It doesn't come back anymore.
No, I don't want to hear it.
But
I don't wanna hear
went
about
out, had great time, great show, and then on the drive back, it was very chill. We were all just tired, like
Yeah.
everybody was just like tapped out, and we're just driving on the freeway. I look over and I'm watching my buddy Koo. He's driving, and I feel like he was like I noticed for a second, like is he like nodding off? And, I tried to keep him like start talking to him, and after a minute, you know, I'm kind of like dazing off in the thing, and then I look over and he's like, he literally like fell asleep on the while
boy.
driving, and we're
Yeah.
like, hey, Koo, and then, you know, then he opened his eyes and he like freaked out, so he just like 180'd the car, like
Oh,
he thought he like
no.
I think he may have thought he was gonna hit something or whatever,
Yeah.
but he just like totally just like spun the wheel, so the car goes in a whole 180. We're on the freeway and just slams into the road divider, and like it was like a slow motion moment too, because
Yeah,
like
for sure.
I'm looking and the road divider's coming on my side because he flipped the car like all the way around. And I was just like, this is it. Like, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I've never been in a car accident in my life.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, we just slammed into it. The back of the car hit first. So I think my buddy Sean, who was right behind me, he ended up getting a little bit of a concussion because his head, like, bopped against the window or whatever. But the car was totaled, you know, like, the wheels were all jacked up.
No
Luckily, we
doubt.
were all fine. Like,
Yeah.
you know, besides, you know, Sean over there having a couple scrambled eggs up in the little membrane, you know. We got out. The car was totaled. We're stuck in the middle of, like, I think Madeira. And, you know.
So BFE basically.
Dude. Yeah.
Nowheresville.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, who didn't even have, like, his driver's license? So it was like a whole
no.
thing. Yeah, dude. Like, it was. I go back and talk to Lewis about the story all the time, too, because who convinced Lewis to say that he was driving? Because Lewis was the only one that had a driver's license.
Yeah.
And just say, dude, I can't say I did this and this and that. And so, like, Lewis ended up taking it. And, you know, nobody really got, like, in trouble for it because, I mean, we didn't crash on anybody. But, you know, it was just like, I, like, got wrote off as, you know, just an accident,
Yeah.
whatever it is. And it was Koo's brother's car. So he totaled his brother's car.
Damn.
And then I think we ended up staying somewhere in Madeira that night. Like, one of the guys that was with us, he had, like, family out there. So we ended up getting towed over there. Hung out there for a minute until we could get a tow. And the next day, you know, got home. Luckily, everybody walked away just fine. But, you know, I just remember being like, man, like, what's going on? Like,
Oh, for sure.
Walls.
Yeah, car accidents are gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely like shake you up a little bit.
Dude, 100%.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was like, dude, we were like 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Babies.
so definitely one of the craziest moments for me.
Oh my god, I bet your life flashed.
There wasn't much life to flash. Like, there's just like,
Just still a baby.
I just graduated high school.
Yeah.
I was like, this is it.
Oh man.
My month of working at the grocery store.
Holy shit, that's terrifying. We call that place fuck Egypt. Yes, that's why I said BFE. I'm glad you were okay. Yeah, that was the first accident you'd gotten in, and then you had the other one where you rolled the car.
Yeah, that was when I was. That was such a sucky story, sucky day too. Just because I had a terrible day at work. I was working in Merced at like Kohl's at the mall, and I had a bad day at work. And I told myself, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm just gonna try to like let off some steam. And I was just in such a bad mood. Like I just couldn't focus. I was at the gym for like 15 minutes, and I was like, I don't want to do this. Like I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I just had a terrible day. Like I don't remember what was going on, but I was going through it, and crazy enough, I never wore my seatbelt back then, but I wore my seatbelt that day.
Well,
Like
good
I
thing
just
you did.
I don't know, I
Yeah.
just threw it on, and I was driving on my way home. I was coming back from Merced, so it was like 30 minutes away from where I was living in Delhi at the time.
Yeah.
And I think I was in the fast lane. This car in the middle lane was trying to like just kind of fly by,
Right.
kind of passing me up. But then for some reason he decided to merge in my lane as like his trunk is like right by my hood, So he was gonna bump into me. I remember honking my horn, and he kind of nudged me over. He took off. He rolled off the road first. Like he just like took off. I just saw like dust, and my car. I kind of swerved out of the way. I got off the road for a minute, and I just lost traction. So like I tried to get back on.
Yeah.
And the next thing I knew, my
Just
car
kind of overcorrected.
dude, it was like a flashback too, because like my car literally like 180'd, and then there was just like all this like grass and like a lot of like field,
Yeah.
and my car just hit the side of the road and flipped, like it just rolled,
Jesus.
and like I just remember being up in the air and just like, you think these moments happen in slow motion. Like I remember the first car accident felt like slow motion. This just felt fast, like it just like flipped, rolled, and my car, like, I was upside down for a second, then it rolled back onto the thing. All my windows were shattered. All I could see was dust. Like, I was just like, I was stunned, you know. And like I said, luckily I was wearing my seatbelt, you know. And,
Luckily.
like, I wasn't, you know.
Yeah.
Any other day of the week, I wouldn't have been wearing it. And then I just, like, I remember one funny moment is, like, you know, as the dust settled, you just see it all, like, kind of come down. And I was just like, where's my beanie?
Where's my beanie? Can't get out of the car without my beanie.
Beanie's in the back seat. Throw the beanie back on.
Yeah.
Checking, making sure, like, I can't see anything. So I'm like, okay, I got my fingers. I got my, you know, I'm not bleeding anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, I get out of the car. My car is, you know, destroyed.
I was gonna say, fun fact for those of you guys who are watching on Twitch and can see Abel right now. Legend has it he hasn't taken his beanie off since that day.
No, never.
It stayed on his head 24/7 since that.
This isn't even the same beanie.
He's like, "Where's my beanie? I'm
beanie.
never taking it off again."
Dude, like, that was definitely, like, another moment. Like, that was definitely one of those moments afterwards where I just stood there and I was just, like, in shock. You know, you just.
Oh,
kinda,
absolutely.
Like,
I
and
100% get that.
like, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Luckily, I got lucky again. Like, I hurt for a little bit afterwards, but luckily nothing was too banged up.
Yeah.
Took me a long time to get back on the road. You know, I definitely
Did
had
it?
a few, like, moments where, like, I would freak out. Like,
Yeah.
I was like scared of being back on the road. But
Yeah, it's weird how that works. You know, I was just talking to, I don't know if I was talking to my dad or if I was talking to somebody else about this, but you know, a lot of people will ask, since my last car accident, since everybody saw the video, they were like, you know, do you have like PTSD? And I was like, nah. I mean, just because something happens doesn't mean you have to have PTSD, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you don't. But it's amazing how, even though I don't think I've got PTSD, I definitely am a lot more of a defensive driver. I'm a lot more cautious, and I definitely peek around corners a little bit longer than I did. You know what I mean? So I guess in a way, I do have a little bit of a, you know, I don't want to say PTSD, but I do definitely have a little
more aware.
A little bit more aware for sure. But
mean-
a little bit more like nervous about things too, though. Like, I don't know why, especially when I'm at that intersection, I definitely pull out a little slower at that intersection now because I'm just like, would this happen again? You know? Yeah, but I totally get what you're saying because, like, at that moment, I for sure, like, I remember thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm dead. Like, I just died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, I remember having that thought and thinking, Jesus Christ, like that was it. That's how I died. That was the end of my story right there. And I was just sitting there in my car like, now what? You know? It's a trip for sure.
Yeah, dude. Like, I remember, like, I felt like I had a little PTSD for a minute there.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, getting back in the car and, you know, driving. I think one day I was going through, like, the Modesto.
Yeah.
It was on the 99. And, like, there was just too many cars. And, like, I just kind of, like, I pulled off to the side of the road. And I had to, like, take a minute to, like, gather myself. And just, like, I was a little shaken up. And it took a while before, like, you know, I really started getting back in the groove. But, you know, after a bit of time, you know, like, I stopped thinking about it. But definitely, I think, you know, you've ridden with me so many times. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a very, like, cautious driver.
Definitely.
You know, I've definitely tried to. I'm a slow lane driver. I don't. I'm just trying to get where I need to go.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah,
Like,
you know,
I'm going like.
if it takes me 8 hours to
dude,
get to a 2-hour place, that's
I will-
fine.
We'll
Yeah.
get there. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you definitely are a lot more on the reserve side for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like a crazy driver. I would say out of like our friends, for sure, Marco's always been the wild child. Like that guy would drive fast,
Yeah.
always,
Still does.
everywhere. Yeah,
He's,
I
he's a
don't
little
doubt.
better, but he's definitely
Yeah.
definitely gets places.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. Like we would go to LA and I'm like, hey, you're driving because like you'll get there faster. You know what I mean? But like the cautious side of me is like, you know what, never mind, I'm driving. You know, but yeah, no, I'm like, I feel like I'm in the between of you guys because like I'll drive faster. I'll drive in the fast lane and I'll do the 80, 85 every once in a while, but I'm definitely not doing the 110 like he is.
Yeah, no, like for me, I think 78 is about as high as I go.
78.
78 on cruise
not,
control.
Not 75, not 80.
Got to be
78.
Got to be a couple below. And that's like when I'm really like, okay, like, you know, when the road's kind of clear and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to be like, cruising it, whatever.
I mean, that's moving though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, when I'm driving other people, like I'm extra like,
Sure.
You know, there's more people at the line and I'm not about it.
Yeah.
You know, trying to worry about everybody else too.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm like cruising.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
That's when you're not like playing Pokemon Go while you're driving.
Yeah.
Just kidding. He does not do that.
I don't do that. I've never even played Pokemon Go.
Ah, man, I did with Mike Rubalcaba when we lived together all those years ago. I played it for one night and I was like, this is kind of stupid. But it was the night, I don't know if you remember this story, but it was the night we were walking around. It was probably like 2 or 3 in the morning, and we were walking around Ceres. And this was like right in the beginning of all this this hype for it, right?
Oh yeah.
So I remember we were playing and we were walking down the street. Like I said, it was early in the morning, 2 or 3 in the morning, and these cops pull up next to us. Whoop whoop! They light us up, and over the little speaker, they go, "These are not the Pokemon you are looking for." Drove off. Like they knew what we were doing. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
But it was after that night I was like, yeah, I'm not playing this ever again.
No.
Yep. So, once again, guys, if you are just joining us, I am here with my friend Abel the Third. He is on Patreon now. If you guys are not already, please do go check him out on Patreon, patreon.com/Abel the Third. You do have a website now too, right?
I had a website for a while. It's
Yeah.
abelthird.com.
abelthethird.com. So just to make sure I have that right, THE third.
Yes.
THIRD.
THIRD.
Yes. So abelthethird.com. You guys can find his Patreon, YouTube, Spotify, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff.
Hopefully.
So he doesn't know. Okay. Well, abelthethird.com. If you guys want to support him, check him out on his website so you guys can go to his Patreon. We are at 10 patrons for him now, I believe. Let's double check. Maybe you got another one. You're at 10.
Sick.
Yeah, so you gained 7 tonight. So if you guys are not already, go check him out. One more time for them, Abel. What are you going to get on your $1 and your $5 tier?
For the dollar tier, you're going to get like 9 or 10 MP3s right away. All stuff that I've covered on my YouTube channel. For $5 a month, you get all that in MP3. Some WAV files. I think there's like a guitar tab for one of the good songs I did. There's like 6 original songs you also get. You also get access to sneak peeks of my new music and stuff that I'm working on.
So if you guys want to support him, please go check out his Patreon. Sign up for that $5 tier. Hopefully you get that annual thing set up here pretty soon.
Yeah.
That way, that'd be nice too. A lot of people like the annual tier.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that's about it for the night.
Yeah.
Got a good 3 hours in here. So, does anybody else have any final last questions for Abel before we let?
Last call.
Last call for questions. What's his site? I can do it for $1. abelthethird.com. If you go to patreon.com/abelthethird. Oh, right there. Lady Ravana put it in the chat for us.
Thanks,
so if you
Andy,
guys,
bestie.
so if you guys are on Twitch and you want to subscribe to his Patreon, click on that link. It'll take you right on over there. If you guys are here on TikTok with us, can you play a clip of the music? We can do that.
Sure.
Yeah. Where could we pull that up at? That's a good suggestion there, actually. So we're staying on a little bit longer now.
Just a little bit.
Where would I find YouTube? Your stuff, Spotify.
YouTube, Spotify.
Yeah. I should know this, shouldn't I?
You probably don't even follow me on Spotify.
I don't, because like I said, I don't even think I knew you had a Spotify till today. That's stupid. Yeah, I follow you.
Do you?
Now. What do you want me to play? So you got your anime stuff up on there, and then you have, well, Dauntless is your highest played song, or your most played song. Should I play that one?
Sure.
All right, so I'm gonna play Abel the Third's song Dauntless.
Featuring Christopher Clancy. It's fun times.
Twitch, let me know if you guys can hear it.
Paper Moon. Takes me back. Takes me back.
I thought you said Nickelback.
Nickelback. Oh, master.
Hi, boyfriend. Hey, what's going on, girlfriend? Oh, yeah, just kidding, too. It's funny because I remember the recording process of a lot of these songs.
Yeah, because I did them all while we were living
Yeah.
together.
It's cool to see them kind of come to life. Brittany, I hope you're doing well as well. Thank you. What's the hardest cover you ever did, Abel?
Artist cover?
You got Chokaku, Paper Moon, Fade to Black.
I think Chokaku was definitely had the most parts to it. So
Yeah.
it took me a minute. There's a couple like little tricky like shreddy parts on there.
What else are streaming on Twitch, Jonas? Who's Abel? So Abel is Abel the Third. He's one of my longest friends I've had in this crazy life. He plays guitar in Lion Court with me, and then he plays bass in No Silence with me. So he's in both bands that I'm in. We are streaming right now on Twitch. If you guys would like to come see us both, you can see both of us on camera. Twitch.com/Bokuwahyde. Listen to this solo. He's playing solo there. Well, he's playing everything, but.
Right.
Tato wants some mic time.
Mic time.
I can't wait to hear more Abel originals.
Thank you.
Can I see your forearm tat? Which one? Not bad. During the interview, y'all should have had this playing. Better sales. Yeah, we work on that. I didn't think about it. We were just kind of talking more in general.
Yeah, I like talking.
But yeah, I've noticed. I don't know how this will work. Ooh, verified artist on Spotify.
Am I?
Ooh,
Verified.
look at that. You probably have more views and plays on your stuff than No Silence does.
Definitely not the line chord though, because Devil's Bride definitely hit it off.
Really? So that song definitely gives me a lot of like As I Lay Dying vibes.
Mm.
You know, I can hear like almost Darkest Nights.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Actually, Lion Court. Oh yeah. Oh Jesus.
Devil's Bride like really hit.
Damn.
Off.
Devil's Bride has 105,000 plays.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Just on that.
Yeah. Wow. Each one of these songs has actually done fairly well, surprisingly. 12,000, 18,000.
Kind of, you know, we've been a band for a minute now.
True. No Silence is definitely a lot lower.
Yeah, but I mean, we're still pretty new.
Yeah, it's a new band. Deja Vu's got 3,524.
Nice.
I love the roses too. Thank you. Congratulations, Abel.
Thank you.
Yeah. So like I said, make sure to give him a follow on Patreon. So actually, what I was going to say is that I was kind of concerned. Oh, No Silence is a verified artist too.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of concerned. I noticed in my previous streams when I play music through Spotify, it sometimes says that they won't monetize the video or parts will get muted because of that song. So I didn't know if that would be the same with your stuff or even No Silence. I haven't looked into that yet or not. Another tune. Are you asking for another one or if this is another one? This is Deja Vu by the band that we're in together called No Silence.
No Silencia.
I'm finally off of work and I'm home. I figured I'd hop in and join for a bit. Yeah, we'll be on here for just a short while longer, I guess. Nice tats. Thank you.
Nice.
Deja Vu check. I think this is definitely a fan favorite for sure.
It was definitely my favorite when I joined too.
Same. It looks like Breakaway's right behind. Oh, Freak Show's ahead, but barely. Breakaway's right behind it. What's your favorite song to play now? From No Silence.
Probably Into the Flames.
Yeah, I'd say Into the Flames or One Chance for me. I really enjoy One Chance. It's a fun one. Which I hated that song in the beginning. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that chorus and verse.
They're so similar.
They're so similar but so different. And I always got confused. I love it. Well, I love you. Lilith, hello. Into the Flames. Yeah, that's Immortal Darkness' favorite. Yeah, that's her favorite song. Matt, too, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he always tells me, he's like, dude, can you guys hurry up and put this on Spotify, please? Because this is my favorite song. I will say that unless it's just my version for whatever, that one's a lot quieter than the rest of the songs.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just because of when they recorded it.
Maybe. Yeah, because I always have to turn that song up a lot to match the rest of the levels. So, I agree. You guys need to release the new songs right meow. We've got, what, 3 new songs?
Depends on when they're asking from.
So There She Goes. I'm considering that a new song. So I think there was 2 other ones that were done after that.
The ones that are jamming out today. Tristan was showing us.
Yeah. Well, he showed us one.
Yeah, so...
And then I think there's another one, too. Because there was another one they showed me that sounded very like the used kind of.
Oh, I think that's Wake Me Up.
Yeah. And I don't remember what the other one was called.
Something Illusion.
Yeah. So funny. We're just like the guitar player. We just play. We just play.
We like to play.
You guys write, we play. I haven't been able to catch you live in a while. I used to watch you live on Twitch. We're live on Twitch right now, actually.
Because you could still consider like Undeniable a new song.
Yeah. Yeah, because that one's not released.
No.
Is that that one was done before Freak Show, though, right? Weren't we playing that before Freak Show?
Yeah.
But we put Freak Show out instead. Hi, from Italy. Hello. Yeah, that's right. Which Deja Vu I didn't care for a lot either, but it's definitely on the top of my list now. I think that's a fun song to play.
Deja Vu or Undeniable?
I'm sorry, Undeniable, yeah. Yeah, fuck Deja Vu.
I was like, dang.
Wow, you don't know your own songs. No, I don't. Yeah, because, I mean, that's kind of the way that it's been lately, is they just go and they write, and then we're just like, hey, we'll learn them and play them.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like, especially with all the things that we've got going on our own, it's just way too hard to, like, be like, hey, I need to be in this studio every time that you record something. They're good at what they do, and, they started this stuff before we joined the band, so we just kind of put our 2 cents in when need be and go from there. Him not remembering a song is not surprising. I know the other day I was, like, thinking of Lion Court's song, the slow one. Oh, God, here I go again.
Without You?
Yes, thank you.
Which is funny because I think...
No Silence?
Yeah, the Wake Me Up song, they were almost calling it Without You.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then now it's Wake Me Up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I think that used to be called Wake Me Up. Because the chorus is Wake Me Up. And
Yes.
it's like, why do we have 2 songs that like the same thing?
Yeah, it's so funny. I guess it happens. You'd lose your head if it wasn't attached. See, you guys all know. Abel knows this better than anybody, though. Abel knows all the deep, dark, dirty secrets of Hyde. He knows all the Hawaiian wearing secrets.
Yes, I know those. They're not really as dark.
They're not
actually quite colorful.
quite colorful. But all right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna end it here. Make sure you guys go follow him on that Patreon. Let us know. Message him and let him know. Hey, we came in and followed you today, just so he knows. I don't know why I'm just saying that, but just do it. Just let him know.
Friend, they'll reply.
Yeah, go hit him up on Patreon, patreon.com/Abel the Third. Give him a follow, support him, and thank you, Abel, for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and if you guys are not already, go say hi to Abel somewhere. We will see you guys all later. I might get back up on TikTok here in a little bit. I don't know. It is already 11. I have no reason not to, so we'll see. Mm-hmm. But if not, good night, and we'll see you guys next time.
Good fight. Good night.
Good fight, and good night.